she was falling into the whole thing. But when they got here, they were living in some kind of squalor, man. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc. Hey, nice to see you, though.
I heard you're taking everybody to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Wow, what time are we leaving?
Well, about 2 weeks from now, yeah, ready to go.
Hey, Dan, I'm really sorry, man, but this happens every day. Just all you have to do is make sure the wire's not wrapped around it.
All cool.
Wow. Is it a cruise or flying in?
I'm sorry.
Well, we're flying.
I hope I didn't ruin that.
And we,
very cool.
yeah, it's a like a working session. One day on the beach, but most of the time is working.
Of course, you can't have those seminars, except in tropical climates. Did you know that? His seminars don't work.
Never work at a ski lodge.
Never worked in Canada?
No. Denver's a really popular place for seminars. Company meetings.
It's because of the weed.
Oh, I didn't think of that, Mark. I think that would be just the opposite.
Oh.
I would think...
Could be.
No, even before that. I'm talking about just Colorado in general. People love... It's just a
The outdoors.
place. Huh?
Yeah, the outdoors.
Have you seen the ads from Nebraska lately?
Oh, no!
They say that it's not, Nebraska is not for everyone.
Yeah.
You gotta like corn.
It says Nebraska is not for everyone.
It shows a bunch of birds flying in onto a lake somewhere. And they say, this is what you get.
You gotta wonder who came up with that. What a horrible
Did you see who just went into the presidential?
Into the what? What are you talking
Hickenlooper.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, what an idiot. He's not going to fucking be president. He's such a moron.
This from the guy that said Trump would never win.
Oh, so you like Hickenlooper?
I don't like Hickenlooper at all.
Well, then what are you talking about?
He's more moderate than some of these wackos.
Yeah, that he is. But I heard Bennett was talking about doing it too.
He's a moron.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's like a know-nothing people who don't even...
Michael Bennett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like...
but I don't think he said it.
They call him the accidental senator.
Yes, and he was.
Yeah.
But he did get elected the last time, too.
That's true.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's not for everyone. I'll be damned. People are making fun of that slogan. After the Nebraska Tourism Commission
Oh, you're looking at it, yeah.
Bitch. Honestly, it's not for everyone. That is the worst slogan ever. Oh, it's what's-his-face making fun of it. The late night guy's making fun of it.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah, that is funny. Self-deprecating.
Hey, we're just trying to be honest. We're honest.
Oh, look, they're floating down the river in a
cattle. That's what that is.
Trough.
Cattle trough, right? That's it is. It is. It's cattle trough.
That's why I go to places. God, that is a horrible slogan. But you know what they did? They got a lot of press out of it.
That's true. Not to go?
Yeah, I know, man. They say no presses or there's no bad press, but man, this could be bad press.
Well, at least it puts it in people's mind.
God, everybody's got it. NPR.
I think if I was them, I'd say, come to Nebraska and find out why Warren Buffett likes it so much.
He doesn't. I mean, that's his hometown, but he lives in, I thought, Los Angeles.
Well, he's got his own home there in
Omaha. Right, and he's had it forever and ever, but I thought he spent most of his time in...
Okay.
It could be.
One ad shows...
I'm just saying that's the one thing, that and Big Red, the
football.
Huskers, that when they used to be good, I don't think they're that good anymore.
I'll bet you pheasant hunting is great.
Yeah.
With the headline, "Lucky for you, there's nothing to do here," with a half a dozen people floating down in a livestock tank.
Lucky for you.
Yeah, if you look at different states, I mean, like North Dakota, they got the Badlands. They got some of the Badlands.
South
Dakota. North
They've got Rushmore.
No, in South Dakota.
Well, barely. The Badlands are right near...
the Badlands go up into North Dakota.
720-895-0500. Have you heard? There are loans specifically available for those self-employed. For those without W-2s, you now have options. Take aim, 720-895-0500.
Nebraska, where sheep and beef remnants are deep
And
fried.
trusted mortgage broker since 2001, where we specialize in you.
Nebraska's gonna be hard to slogan.
895-0500.
Kansas, why would you want to go to Kansas?
895-0500.
It's not for everyone.
Man, it's everywhere.
MLS 298-199.
Every news people picked up on it. It's not for everyone.
Chris and Taper, evenings at 6.
Oh, they've been doing stories
Monday.
about it?
So what you missed this
Every-
weekend? We'll get caught
Oh,
up.
it's not
Also,
for
how
most
many
people.
Democrats are going after oil and
That
gas?
would be really bad.
It's not for everyone.
It's not for most.
That's for most people.
On 630 KM.
It's not for humans.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
I need somebody.
Now, Tom.
Give media a purpose, and that purpose is to help. That's right. Can you imagine? That's all we do. But we entertain along the way, I hope. I mean, that's why I'd like to hear from you. If you think something's good, bad, or better, we'll like to do whatever's best. So, what's on your mind today? Give us a call. Let us know. Media with a purpose means we use the airwaves to help you by questions and answers, also by directly getting involved in your life. We have so many problems that happen to people, and we solve them when we can. We give advice when we can, or we follow them along and we do like a semi thing. We get involved and give people instruction along the way, and that's what we do. 303-713-TALK. Now, you can call us 24/7 at 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. If you call us and leave your number, we'll get back to you. Rachel, Raquel, is that her name? What's her name, Suzanne?
Raquel?
Raquel, she called us. We're calling her back. Keith called us. We're calling her back. And then we had people who held on our last show. So you'll get service. Just please give us a call, have some patience, and we'll help. I have a special guest I'll talk to in a little while. Dustin, what's going on with you today, Dustin?
Hi, Tom.
Hey.
What's been going on is a few weeks ago I was struck in the head with a brick that fell off an apartment building complex.
Now, were you working, walking by, or what were the circumstances, sir?
I was helping a friend do some work. I guess he needed to do the caulking along the side of the brickwork.
Now, when you say you were helping a friend, were you actually hired by him?
Yeah, he would pay me, give me a little bit of cash to go give him a hand for a few hours.
All right. And how was he hired?
I'm not exactly sure how he was hired.
Okay. Dustin, here's the way it works, okay? If you're on a job in Colorado, whether there is workman's comp or not, workers' comp has to cover it. If there is no workers' comp, I said workers' comp or not, what I mean is this. If there is no workers' comp, the person who hires you takes responsibility. And if they don't have it, the people who hired them, and it goes up the line. So in this case, if you needed medical help or money, you would go to the guy that hired you, and he's obviously a friend who gave you cash. He'd say, look, I don't have it, I can't cover it. Then you'd go above that. Or he would claim you're an independent contractor. And I would say, in most cases, by the way, when people say they're independent contractors, they're not. I think in this case, you probably were. You were totally on your own, and he said, hey, can you help me? And you said, yeah, and he threw you a few bucks. And if you're an independent contractor, you're kind of on your own. So,
well, I wasn't actually an independent contractor. I worked with him for a few weeks. Doing
were you getting a
remodeling.
W-2 check?
No, but he actually just had me fill one out the other day.
So if he acknowledges you were an employee, he had to cover you by workers' comp.
Yeah, but what's wrong with you anyhow?
Well, I wanted to say this first.
Well,
I don't know what you're asking for, but I'm just saying this in general for people listening. Even homeowners, if you hire someone to do something at your house, you could be responsible for their injuries. Your homeowner's insurance would most likely cover it. You're not always required to pay. It depends on the employment situation. Dustin, as Mark asked, what is the situation? What do you need?
Well, I actually have an attorney, and I'm
Do you have an attorney for what, though? Are you looking for damages from who?
Well, the company that laid the bricks, they didn't put mortar
Negligence.
in between the bricks.
So you're looking at a negligence claim. Were the people laying the brick at the same? Were the people laying the brick at the same time? What I'm saying is,
No.
was this a construction job? Okay.
No,
when was
wasn't a construction site.
Okay. When was the brick laid?
I'm not sure the exact date.
I mean, how old is this building?
Less than a year. It sounds
Okay.
like.
So that is a good case because it's so fresh.
Yeah, but
Correct.
what's wrong with you?
Well, it split my head open. I had to get 8 stitches, 2 internal stitches, get rushed to the ER. I have severe neck damage. I need to see.
No, man. Okay, so you're alleging that, and this is what's called a third-party claim, because with workers' comp, you can sue your employer. Well, you don't sue. You put in a workers' comp claim with your employer, and then third parties are responsible sometimes. So your attorney is going to seek damages for negligence because the brick was not laid properly.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
now,
my concern is that somebody else is going to get injured or killed at these apartment complexes.
Well, sure, that could happen.
Brick.
Well, so, but I mean, Dustin, we often get people who say, "Yeah, I'm getting helped in court, but I want to make sure, blah blah blah." Well, so are you calling for what though? To warn people about this apartment house, about this company, about what?
I'm calling to get the apartment complex fixed. I mean,
okay, so you have a concern that other people are going to get hurt. Don't you think this company, after being contacted by your attorney, don't you think that they're doing something about it now?
No, I went into the inspector's office where you pull the permits, and they agreed that there wasn't enough mortar in between the bricks, but that they weren't going to do anything about it.
Oh, come on.
And I've checked the bricks.
Now, have you guys filed a lawsuit yet?
I'm not sure if my attorney's actually filed a
Dustin,
lawsuit.
do you realize, let me just say something. Do you realize that if they don't do anything after you guys have contacted them, it's not only negligence, it's egregious because they know about a situation and failed to act on it. You know, you can have negligence without knowing about it if you were incompetent putting the brick up and you should have known. But now that they've been told it's dangerous and they won't do anything, we really need to look into this. So, Dustin, do you have a case number yet?
I do not have a case number.
Who's your attorney?
Alan Jimenez.
How'd you find him?
Through a commercial on TV.
Okay. Well, that's how a lot of people find him. Have you actually signed up with him yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
It's just a process. So.
All right. Now, listen. Just follow your attorney's advice. But I need to know about this place. What's the name of the place?
The name of the place is Caliber at Highlands Village.
Caliber? What is it?
It's an apartment building complex.
At Highlands Village. And where is it? Where is it located?
It's located at 5403 West 96th Avenue.
And is it still under construction?
No, it's been open since last May. There's people living there.
All right. So it's 5403 West 95th?
96th Avenue.
6th. I'd like one of my deputies. I'd like if there's a deputy out there. Now, to find the loose brick, what would you have to do?
I have the loose brick at my home.
No, I mean on the job.
You can look and you can walk up to the building, look at the brick, and see where there's spots of mortar and a lot of spots of no mortar.
Where is the name? What's the name of the contractor? The general? Do you know?
The general contractor. When I went to the permit office and they gave me the name of the general contractor is Garrett Construction, but they're out of state. And when I contacted them, they wouldn't give me the name of the bricklaying company, and the guy hung up on me. So
you don't know who laid the brick?
No.
Okay, you do have the number for Garrett Construction?
Yes.
Okay. You know, your attorney, once he contacts them, I can't believe that you're saying they won't do anything. Or, this could be, well, Dustin, this could be that they don't believe it's a major problem. They might believe, yeah, there was a brick. How do you know they didn't send someone over there?
Well, she told me that they don't inspect every brick, and I said, I understand
All right,
that.
Who's the owner of that? Here's what we have to do, okay? This is a process. Maybe Daphne or someone, let's just track down who owns the building. That's where we start. And then we ask them if, that's it. Let's just find out who owns this building. It's Caliber, you know, I'm not going to assume it's all dangerous because he said it. But let's face it, if there are loose bricks, we should see. Now, was this brick, this is what I need to know, Dustin, was this brick like a top layer, or did it come out from the middle?
Well, it's the faceted brick or faucet brick that sticks to like a board.
Fascia.
Fascia brick that sticks to the board so it doesn't stack.
Where was, how high up was it?
It fell from 3 stories up when it struck me in the head, and there's bricks that go up 4
You know,
or 5
listen, I mean, it could be just under the definition that stuff happens. I don't know. We'll take it one step at a time. Mark, what do you think? I mean, stuff happens. Is that
about the wrong place at the right time or whatever?
No, but seriously, I don't know why he's assuming they're all like that. I mean, Dustin, are you assuming they're all put up?
Well, I've done construction for a long time, and so any brick house or any brick structure, when you look, you can see the mortar, at least a ½ inch to an inch of mortar in between the brick. When you look in between the bricks on this one, you see a ½
But this is a little different.
It's fascia, though.
That's right, Mark. It's fascia. It's a little different. It is a little different. Do we have any stonemasons we can talk to? Here's what we'll do. If anybody can give us some general advice on fascia brick, how thick is that brick? Just in general, how thick is it, the brick? Is it? It's not a full-size brick, right?
Yeah, it's a full-size solid stone brick.
What? But how can it be full-size if it's used as fascia?
I'm not sure.
Well, fascia is like tile.
Take a picture of it. You have it right there.
Yeah, I want to see what you have. Take a picture of it. That's a good idea. And then download any information you have. Suzanne will give you the email. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour, by the way, brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. When I say he's simply the best, he is. So that might offend people who say, hey, Tom, you think I'm good? Yeah, I do. But no one takes care of people like Frank. 303, he is like 303-920-1622, the best of the best of the best when it comes to proactive marketing, not just listing. Listen, we have a lot going on today. So stick around, and you're going to learn some really cool stuff.
Okay, and so I have a commercial during the break. So, you know that, like I use mine, so I both have one here.
1 minute and 10 out of 60 spot. A little bit of extra time, about 20 minutes.
But when you hear like
Penny Boulevard after tower, got a crash.
That'll
Truck is a delivery van blocking 2 lanes.
So,
on that stretch. Got a crash. Blocking
what would you like to talk about?
Southbound
Focus on
I-25 from the Rams eastbound I-270. That's a stubborn wreck, so watch out for
yeah,
calls
like
like there. Crash main 3rd, also eastbound Hampton.
Well, we're taking our staff to Jamaica, and
we're not going to say that.
We're not going to say that.
We're not going to talk about Jamaica and the staff.
20 seconds and 10 out of 60 spot.
Okay, good idea.
Right now, mostly cloudy in Denver.
But this last year we grew over 100% over the years before.
Switching to Boost Mobile, you'll have more freedom.
We'll talk about that when I come back. Okay, guys.
On other stuff. Switch today and get 4 lines each with unlimited gigs for just $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy.
I hope by now, when it comes to stem cell therapy, you've learned a lot from this show. For example, you can't ship in amniotic fluid and call it stem cell therapy because living stem cells cannot be packed and shipped. They die. And the only way to do it is to extract at the time of treatment and to use imagery. Dr. Chris Centeno started clinical stem cell therapy years ago and now has started a chain of clinics across the country called Regenix. He also has Centeno Schultz right here, the headquarters. We're fortunate to have them. Give them a call, find out about their seminars or their tests and trials that you may be part of. All of that at this number, 303-963-9201. AvoidSurgeryToday.com is the website. I urge you to call them. Please don't accept chiropractors who are doing fake stem cell therapy. Centeno Schultz, the real deal. 303-963-9201.
Let's think about customization presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Like I haven't seen this, maybe it's on the show on this Michael Jackson thing, but they said one of the kids had to describe, because he's got that skin disease, Michael Jackson, what his underside of his penis looked like.
Have the chocolate and vanilla flavors.
Yes, I read that. I think that'll be on tonight. There's some other forensic shit they have too.
Go to libertymutual.com for a customized quote and you could save.
It's important to discuss. Not to the point.
Pro Auto Care is the go-to place where you get a very roadside assistance. And
his dad was a mean bastard.
I'm not making excuses, man. You know what you do. You don't ask people why they do something. You ask what happened, because everyone has a story.
But didn't all the boys were raised the same, weren't they?
No, I don't know about that. He was the star, man.
Right, he was the star.
He got out of line, boy. Joe tuned his ass up quick.
But usually when you have brothers, it happens to everybody.
Personally, he's the best.
You know, it's kind of weird though. You'd think Joe really did push him to become what he was. I mean, it's fucking nuts, but
Alaramis is the owner.
True.
Even his son is working there now. You can call 303 Pro Auto.
We're better, faster, cheaper than the dealer or the chain repair shop.
I don't think he had a childhood at
in
all.
Littleton and in Denver.
That's kind of why he's such a wacko.
And the website is 303proauto.com.
There'd be a lot of pressure.
I can't imagine.
Space to smoke. I think about it, it really
He was one of the most famous
God, he was so talented. Entertainers. Even as a little kid, 5, 6 years old, that Jackson 5, that kid could sing, dance. He was the whole ticket, man. Without him, they didn't have a Jackson 5.
I could switch.
And his dad knew that. He was the deal.
2016. Make the switch at JUUL.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Ideal Home Loans has a better plan. They can help you with that.
Do you ever wonder about shit like that, though? If he had a different father, or if Joe was different, I think his name was Joe, do you think he would have excelled to that same degree?
You know,
if he wasn't such a mean bastard.
Same way with Tiger Woods.
Are people destined, or did they... What? I mean, parents and nurturing has so much to do with it.
Or the anti-nurturing in his case.
Well, pushing people to extremes.
Yep, they said for sure, Tom, 10,000 miles on you. Oil is fine. They said that's a big reservoir of multi-bedded.
Yeah.
Most all the really big stars had a lot of push from their parents. Think of Venus and
the tennis players.
Yeah. I mean, their dad pushed them relentlessly.
Yep, Tiger Woods.
Alexa to play 630K.
Shit, man, that guy had his kid playing golf like every single day, hours and hours a day.
Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
But
he loved it too, though.
He did love it, yeah.
Well, when you're little, you're going to love whatever you're getting rewarded for. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah, but he went to it.
He was on, where was he? He was on John Carson, right?
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
He was.
Dr. Kent Lawson is with us from, now, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. See, I would change my name if I was Dr. Kent Lawson. He has so many patient referrals and so many people who know about him. I don't know what I'd call it yet, but I'd have to think about it. Maybe people can give me ideas. Because what he does is what's the new orthodontics. Now, Dr. Kent Lawson, the new orthodontics, I know my children are going through this, and I swear it is unbelievable. Their teeth are so straight. Kent, or Dr. Lawson, if I may call you Kent from time to time, this system where I pay a flat rate every month, right? That is so affordable. And it's so cool. And then they go in every now and then, everything's included, and then you have to these mouthpieces they're wearing at night, okay? How does it work? Why doesn't everyone do this? I mean, all of their friends have braces, and my kids' teeth are getting straight. They may not need braces. I was told my daughter may not even need them. And how do you do that?
Well,
why doesn't everyone do it? That's all I'm asking.
Okay, well, this is very exciting because if you take a child and they're growing and they've got a lot of growth ahead of them, then you can change the way that not only the teeth are coming in, but eliminate a lot of the childhood problems.
But without braces.
Without braces. They wear a nighttime appliance.
I know.
And it's simple for them, but it's important that they follow through with the exercises because they'll be taught how to breathe properly, swallow correctly, lips together, all that type of thing causes the the jaws to develop normally and the teeth come in straight.
So when do you evaluate whether my daughter or son will need braces? And then when they do, it's probably, what, a third or a quarter of the time of normal braces?
Well, that's true, Tom. And this is when the permanent teeth finally come in.
Yes.
When the final permanent teeth come in, somewhere around age 11 or 12, maybe 13.
Yeah.
But that's the point that we know whether they're going to need further treatment. And like you say, it's going to be reducing the time of braces very significantly. And we have a clause when we work with patients that they won't have to pay more than what normal braces would be. We're talking about
for everything,
the combined.
Wow. So I'm paying a monthly payment for my daughter, and if she converts to braces, does that monthly payment continue like that?
Well, it isn't. We make separate arrangement, but we guarantee that it won't go. The combined cost won't go beyond what they normally would have paid.
I understand.
They just waited for.
No, I get you.
12.
I totally get you. So, at which time she needs braces, can people still make monthly payments if they need to? Or
absolutely.
See, that's what I love.
It's very affordable.
Oh, I can't believe it. And you take credit cards. You can put a credit card on file. It's a real deal. And I'm not getting a special thing here. I mean, this is patients coming in off the street will have the same great service and affordability. 303-713-8255. If you have any questions for Dr. Kent Lawson, we'll talk about the adult version coming up. But if you have any questions, give us a call, and then you can always find the New Orthodontics or Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ or Neo Kids Dentistry, any of that on the referral list if you search it and, of course, Google it. Okay, I got to get to the phones. People have been holding, and we're going to work on that construction project. Glenn is another one. And Raquel and Keith, we're getting to you, too. Go ahead, Glenn. What's happening?
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
I'm doing good, sir. How can we help you, Glenn?
So my sister is who I'm kind of calling in for.
Yes, what's going on? She's going through a divorce, right?
Yeah, it's a divorce, and it's been dragged out now since April of 2017 when her husband filed without any prior mention or anything to her.
So April of 2017, husband filed, and did she retain an attorney?
She did, and I actually paid for that because he left her with no cash and didn't give her anything.
Are there any kids involved?
Yeah, there's 2 kids involved, and they're also in the middle of a Chapter 13 bankruptcy.
They were going through a 13 where they made payments?
Well, they filed that almost the identical same time, actually.
Well, is it a 13?
Yes. Yeah, repayment.
Now, are they both on the 13, or is it one or the other?
They're both on the 13, and they did that so they could retain their house.
Okay, I understand. So, where do we stand? What is your, without going through all the details here, what is the main question?
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything you guys can do to help us find some help for her down there. She's actually in Oklahoma and Yukon, but she's out of money, and I'm not.
No, I understand. See, here's the problem in divorces. There's always a strong and a weak spouse most of the time, okay? And in those cases, usually the courts make adjustments. With temporary orders, if the wife truly stayed home, took care of kids, doesn't have an income, they would normally say to the husband, you have to give her a certain amount of money toward legal expenses. So has she had anyone ask for legal expenses?
I don't believe so, and she's actually on the 3rd lawyer. She had one that was terrible, one that retired, and one that won't call her back now.
Okay. Listen, that tells me something, okay? And it's not necessarily what you want to hear. So what you need to do is get permission to speak to an attorney for her and at least find out the bottom line. Do they have a lot of money combined? What do they have in positive assets when you subtract all the debt?
Oh, they're in debt. There's no positive assets.
Okay. Does the husband make decent money?
Yes, generally.
Like how much?
Probably $65,000-$75,000.
Okay.
Truck driver.
Now, is he mean? Is he trying to punish her?
In ways, yes.
Okay, what's the reason they got divorced? Infidelity? What? Money? What is it? Anything?
He didn't give much of a reason. Just
okay,
said,
all right. Okay.
Not there anymore.
Now, I urge you, Glenn, this is the only thing. There's not... to make a long story short, there is no money available for people going through divorces. There isn't.
Right.
There isn't, and there's very seldom free legal help. Very seldom. I would say less than maybe 2% of the time. In some strong abuse cases or other cases, you might find legal aid. Here's what you have to do this. You have to talk to an attorney and urge that attorney to urge them to go to mediation. There is no cheaper, better way than mediation. That's the answer.
Been there, done that, backfired.
What backfired? Who didn't want to go?
The husband won't cooperate with anything of the sort, and in fact, he didn't even show up.
Well, if they have only debt, what are they fighting for? Why don't they just get divorced? Why does there even have to be a discussion? Does he want the kids?
Yeah, he's trying to take the kids in the house and basically leave her on the street with no income.
Okay, well, Glenn, how can a truck driver have full custody of the kids?
That's a very good question.
Does he truly want 100% custody?
That's what his intentions are.
Who said?
Yes.
Who said?
He has said as much.
Does he have an attorney?
Yes, and he's also got representation paid for by the trucking company.
Why
like
would
90%?
Why? Why would that happen?
It's a benefit.
Okay, listen, Glenn, I can't sit here and everything I bring up say been there, done that, or paint me into a corner, because I'm not going to go into the corner. You have to call and get someone who will represent her interests. You know, no one's going to let him take the house and the kids and leave her on the street. See, everyone postures and says what they're going to do, but they don't do it. You know, I'm so tired of hearing, oh, he's doing this and he's doing that. It doesn't matter. You don't even listen to it. What she needs to do is be reasonable and just not fight. You don't fight every little motion. You just get into court, get temporary orders. She needs to get legal help. She needs an attorney to ask for this stuff. Here's what you need. She needs to ask for some legal assistance from the husband, and then her attorney makes a plea to the courts to be reasonable, that court might order mediation. But if she doesn't know what to do, you have to do it for her. You have to say, here's what I'm going to do, give me permission. And then call the attorney and try to get someone who will listen. We can talk to our family attorney and see if she knows anyone there in part of her organization. There is a group of attorneys who do, what is it called? There's something. It's an organization, and basically it means we're not angry and we're not going to fight a lot. Collaborative law, I believe it's called. Collaborative law. And if we can get someone there into that, maybe she can help or he can help. It's very, very difficult to do this through you in Oklahoma. But the short story is there is no money available. There just isn't. Divorces are terrible. 303-713-8255.
You know, there should be something. Divorces are getting out of hand where people just,
Tom, 1 minute, Art of Granite, 60 spot.
These guys, this is one thing they love doing. Oh, I'm taking everything, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. And they just basically, most of the time it's a guy, and they lie. And they say, and they scare the hell out of each other.
Just trying to get the upper hand on the people. Yeah.
But they do it in a way that's bullying almost.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'll guarantee you, though, if you send all that, usually it's because something is suspect cheating. You know,
just that one that fell out.
Husbands that suspect cheating.
He didn't send the brick. He sent a picture.
Yeah, I don't know. I got that up there. I'm putting them up there. But,
hey guys, Art of Granite is coming up.
You can't tell how thick it is.
20 seconds, Art of Granite, 21.
20 seconds, Art of Granite.
This is looking like the type of brick.
Weather.
Okay, smile.
With the money you save by
Mike's on. I think Art of Granite should be called Art of Doing Countertops the Right Way. You can get a price from Mitch Floria on the phone by just calling and describing your job, possibly a photograph. Here's what you do. You call Art of Granite, 303-386-5919, and talk to Mitch or a representative. And Mitch is a direct stone importer. He only charges wholesale for all stone, no matter what you buy. He'll even let you buy it somewhere else on his wholesale account. He's only interested in making money on the fabrication and installation. Therefore, he can give you a price on the phone. And cabinets are a small markup from the manufacturer. He doesn't charge for tear out and haul away. He doesn't charge for the bathroom when you have the kitchen done. It's a hassle-free process, affordable, 303-386-5919. Now, his Facebook is really cool. Just go to facebook.com and then /Art of Granite Golden. And you'll find out a lot about it. That's Art of Granite Golden on Facebook, 303-386-5919.
2019 is here, and rates are still in the low fours.
It's one of our,
I just said,
one of our listeners
maybe she
was
knows
just on
someone
the prices
with
right.
collaborative law or something.
This is
I'll
him
tell
right
you
here.
what, though. Something has to be done about divorces. I don't know what to do, but I'd love to get something going where people can get help. Because so many women are bullied.
Husky fellow.
This must be where he gets up there.
Finishing basements, etc.
One of our listeners was on the prices right. Won 13 grand in some,
In cash, he said.
13 in cash, $1,000 in prizes, but he lost the showcase showdown. Yeah, there he is.
Well, hold on. So what is he contacting us?
No, he was just,
Oh, I want to talk to him.
it was a Hyundai.
I'd like to talk to him.
He was bidding on a Hyundai
Trusted mortgage broker since 2000.
and was thinking of me when he was bidding on the Hyundai.
720-895-0500.
Hey, call in, dude.
720-895-0500.
Flights, hotel shirts, etc. What's he playing?
You know what you ought to do?
The dead of winter.
What?
Not always so
Offer a
bad,
program. Oh, no.
but your nights can be.
You don't know you're going to be rich. I'm just saying, you could offer a program where people start paying earlier.
Consumer
They
advocate
just
Tom
pay
Martino. You owe
toward,
back taxes been
you know,
years since you filed.
really
You're facing
affordable
an audit.
payments,
Get
but
help
they don't
from my
know.
friends at Larson Tax
Although,
Well, that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, I know.
With that early, we get them started, they make their payments early, and they got most of the orthodox bill covered.
but most of, I haven't watched this, would you say in the population?
We have families,
You know, they got like two
as many as 5 kids.
Exactly.
Okay, think about that. You get hit with full braces at $6,000 to $7,000 for 5 at age 11 or 12. They're petrified. When they've got most of that already paid off, and a lot of them don't have to have braces.
So my daughter's kid tax.
99.
So,
No, it's got,
Great.
no, 99. I'm going to stick with
if
that.
I can just get a rush.
Although I don't know.
I think it's going to revolutionize.
71, is he guessing up or down?
I'm talking with
I just
people
can't
right
believe more
now
people aren't
about.
catching on to it.
Well, they are though. We're growing.
What?
137% last year.
Did you talk to
What
me,
the hell
bro?
is that? Oh, that's like $50. No, not even $30.
Like blank.
$30.
25,
Yeah,
85.
cheaper.
Maybe that's just a Monday look.
43.
I was closer on my first bet.
Holy cow.
This poor guy.
Damn crew.
He came really close too to winning.
Is that a glass of wine?
What the hell is that? Oh, it's
Oh,
so you don't spill?
Wine aerator.
An areola.
15.
That's a hell of an aerator.
That area is very well.
So now what's he do? Okay, now you get the plunkos. Here's where he wins the money.
When you throw it down.
Nah, it rolls down, then it hits whatever it hits.
Oh, he gets 3 of them.
Denver's Talk Station. Online at khout.com.
He must hit that 10. He must.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. If you're new to town, you call 303 Martino, and we'll help you immediately with any of your settling in issues. Now let's talk to Raquel. Raquel, thanks for waiting. And what's going on?
Hey, I was involved in a hit and run in Lone Tree. I was leaving a Mom of Multiples group.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is that, by the way, that group? What is that?
For twins, right?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. So you have twins?
I'm pregnant with twins.
Ooh, congratulations. So, Raquel, so you're leaving this, and what happens?
So I was at a red light. The light turned green. I was about 4 cars behind the first person to go, and before I noticed, someone smashed into the back of my Toyota RAV4 and broke out the back window and basically totaled my car.
What?
And just took off.
They took off?
Yeah.
Whoa. Now, what year is this?
It's just, you mean what year is the car? Or
Yeah, the year. Yeah.
2011.
Okay, so you had full coverage, I assume?
I do have full coverage.
Okay, so what is the issue?
So I contacted my insurance, and having full coverage, I still owed on my vehicle. And
how much did you owe?
$5,000.
Okay. Now, just so you know, and for everyone listening, this is important. What you owe on a car is no bearing on settlements. It is no bearing on value with your company or someone else's company, because no one knows how you got to that price. It could have been negative equity with a trade. It could have been you paid too much. Now, I'm not saying this is your case. I'm just saying, in general, what you owe on a car is not what you're going to get automatically. Go ahead. Keep going.
So Progressive is planning on giving me...
That's your company?
Yes. An $8,000 check, and with that...
How much?
I'll pay
$8,000. Eight. Okay. And how did they arrive at that price? How did they arrive at that price?
An estimator came out and took a look at my vehicle and gave me some paperwork. And
what kind of vehicle was it?
It's a RAV4, Mark. It's a 2011 Toyota RAV4. And was it loaded? What model?
I mean, it's pretty much stock. It's not like anything.
Did you have it from new?
No, I did not have it from new.
How many miles on it?
140,000.
Yeah. It's not going to be worth a heck of a lot, but it's not dirt either. They keep their value pretty well, but I'm not sure. I don't know what the value is. We'd have to look this up and do some research, but they have to justify. First of all, are you satisfied with the 8?
I'm just frustrated because it was a hit and run. They never said anything about uninsured, my uninsured policy, you know what I mean?
Well, your uninsured doesn't cover this. Uninsured covers pain and suffering. There is something called uninsured property damage, which is a rare coverage people get when they have an older car. They don't want to carry collision, and they get a very little policy called, it's a rider called uninsured property damage, which means if you get in an accident, nothing happens usually with an older car, but if someone uninsured hits you, then it would kick in for property damage. In your case, your collision would cover you.
Okay.
Did you have collision coverage?
Yes.
That's what covers you. Uninsured motorist doesn't cover you in this case. Uninsured motorist is only for pain and suffering, and that's what people do not understand. It's one of the most misunderstood types of insurance, uninsured motorist. It means if you're hit by someone who is uninsured, it really is pain and suffering. If you had a pain and suffering claim, there's no one to go after.
Yeah, I mean, I did have pain, and I'm pregnant with twins, so I've
you may have you may have a personal injury claim.
Yeah.
You should speak to an attorney about it for sure. I mean, at least speak to one. Especially with unborn twins. I mean, how bad was this jar?
I mean, it was enough to push me forward. I'm surprised I didn't hit the person in front of me.
Did your airbag go off?
No, it didn't. And I think it was because I was at a dead stop is what I was told by an auto body specialist.
So, if we're talking about personal injury, you need to speak to an attorney. I don't even want to speculate, but pregnant women scare the hell out of insurance companies, okay? So if you have that kind of injury, any kind of injury, that's a personal injury attorney, along with pain and suffering and all of that. As far as property damage, Mark has become pretty adept at making insurance companies justify value. He can give you the action steps if you need it, but they basically, you have to ask.
Sounds like it's in line, though.
Yeah, you have to ask for the comps, and it does sound like it's in line. What were you expecting? Let's just go straight there. What were you expecting them to do? What are you unhappy about?
I would like to know if anyone knows of a Jeep Grand Cherokee that's burgundy that has a big sway bar on it.
Oh, okay.
The person who hit and ran, you know, like, get that out. I mean, it was in Lone Tree, just south of Denver Tech Center.
Okay.
There's a lot of cameras around that area.
Yeah. Did you get any license plate?
So the person behind whoever hit me, they called 911, but he sped off so fast, he or she.
Okay.
And
so tell me what it was. It was a burgundy?
A burgundy Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
90s model, I would guess. And it had a big metal sway bar, kind of like a horn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean on top or like what?
In front of the grill.
Oh, okay, okay. This is not a Jeep looking Jeep, is it? Or is it more of the wagons, SUV type? It's more of that. Yeah. Okay. So if anybody in what area were you in?
I was like near I-25.
Okay. When did it happen?
February 12th. Just after 8 o'clock.
We're talking about just a few days ago. I mean, less than a month ago.
Yeah.
And your mom called in, too, a while back, right?
All right.
Yeah, she's the one that contacted
Burgundy
us.
Cherokee with the bar. It should have some kind of damage on it, too.
Well, he has that big bar in the front, that big...
Yeah, I know.
It's across... Okay, listen.
Well, and the Lone Tree Police Department was amazing, and they, you know...
Did they look at the traffic cams?
Apparently, those traffic cams, he said, are just for the flow of the traffic to help...
But it will show a car.
No, I think what they're saying is it doesn't capture any video. Oh, it does it live.
All right. We have more coming right up.
I don't know if your own insurance covers rental car, maybe.
If you have it.
Tom, once an option. 24/7 30 spot. If you're tracking out to the airport, you
Huh.
at least 20 extra minutes there tracking out many of
Instead of
their
sending a bill, I'm doing it during the
Well, that's an interesting shirt, Doc.
solid backup.
Oh, yeah, it's custom. I mean, it's...
I bet you I know where you got your shirt.
Oh, no, don't fall for it. Don't fall
There's
for it.
nothing to fall for. I've seen that shirt before.
Oh, God.
You want to bet lunch? I know where you got your shirt.
He's trying to scam me.
There's no scam here. I'm going to tell you where you got your shirt.
Okay, and...
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Okay.
He's funny.
All right, where'd they get it?
You got your shirt on your back.
Oh, see, but you said, where did you get it?
That's because you
I
screwed me.
remember that.
You screwed me, Martino.
I remember that.
Okay. Let's talk about Fix It 24/7. I call them the $39 people. Fix It 24/7. For $39, they will come and find any problem in your home with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. So you know you're only going to pay $39 to get a full written report. Now, if you want them to fix it while they're there, they'll apply the $39 so you don't pay that, and you get the best value in parts anywhere. That's Fix It 24/7. So you know exactly what you're going to pay, and it's all up to you if you go further. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939.
Tom.
They usually do the shoes, Doc.
I thought I was throwing a wrinkle into Tom.
I have a buy and build in 20 seconds. They usually do the feet and say, I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes. That's better than where you got your shoes.
I can tell you where you got your feet.
And then everybody falls for it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Buy and build.
Twist of that, so I knew you were trying to nail it.
I think I want my ashes spread at Buy and Build. .net. Buy and Build, what a great place. For the do-it-yourselfer or for your contractor. Many contractors go there. Below wholesale. Plumbing fixtures, lighting fixtures. They have granite. They have slabs. They have cabinets. Oh my goodness. Beautiful cabinets for pennies on the dollar compared to even the big boxes. Why don't you check them out? Buyandbuild.net. 303-295-6022. 4800 Washington Street.
Do you ever wonder how we're streaming millions of movies on demand? We're doing our banking from the beach.
You know, first of all, I am one who believes that technology has made this world so much better. Oh my.
He's right. It's made it worse, too.
Well, it's, what it did make it worse, what it did was it just made it easier to be worse. But you know what I'm saying? But I think, if you think about the technology, what we have, the knowledge, at our fingertips. Honest to God, and I was one of these kids that was always thinking and wanting to learn. So I'd be at the library going down. I just type something in. I tell my kids, you have no idea what you have. No idea.
To find real answers.
Oh my God! And then, or to see a movie.
No spell check?
Here's another thing. Third world countries, telecommunications, These kids in Africa, the people have cell phones before they have anything. You can have a cell phone. It's opening up the world. You know, you don't have to wire the town anymore. There's no monopoly. You know, to wire a place for telecommunications.
Well, I agree. Like I said, knowledge is out there if you use it right. But look at all the porn industry. I mean, it's hurt a lot of people there. Not in the porn, but people have been addicted to it.
Oh my God!
You know,
it's so easy to see.
Regulated by DORA.
We
have Wi-Fi.
Well, that's it.
iHeart Guest is good.
Strategies.
So Mark, I love the Oculus. Oh my goodness. Now my little smart hub is kind of useless for hotels, except for when Stephanie and I both want to watch. Because that used to be you can put it on the ceiling or you can put it on a wall.
Those go through batteries quick.
The little hub?
Yeah, I keep mine plugged in when I use it. Mine, when you open up our hot tub, so picture the hot tub cover up. It's all white and it fits it perfect. So it's probably what? I don't know, 6-foot screen, whatever that is.
That's what I mean about technology. Do you freaking love it? I mean, God.
You didn't even try those Oculus on. You have no idea.
You know, before, like you say, the internet and stuff, looking something up in the library, you had to be a special person.
What's the library?
The Dewey Decimal.
What
about the Dewey Decimal System?
Right.
How come that idiot got it? Why? Why? It's the dumbest system I ever heard of. It doesn't even make sense why they did it.
For filing books. If you had 100 guys.
Why not alphabetical? Why not any other?
You can't alphabetical because you're talking about genres. You're not talking about titling. You're talking about like biology.
It was a scam. Portrayed on the American people by Dewey.
If you think about the
Kramer said that.
It was
Don't fight old battles. There's new ones to fight.
Oh, just what I just seen on YouTube this weekend. A Seinfeld episode. Apparently they pulled.
Well, the one they pulled was the
what did they pull?
The Puerto Rican parade.
No, they never got. This is what, because I got all the.
Well, what is it?
It's actually.
And why was it pulled?
Because it was like a bunch of stuff that made no sense, but they had a bunch of good little clips.
Something racist, probably.
No. I watched it. I've never seen this before, and I went through all of them.
I want to see it. Where is it?
YouTube.
Was the Dewey Decimal System a scam?
There's nothing we can do for Raquel. I mean,
I got a new
we're done with her.
And I'm trying to look that up. You know.
Okay, where do you go to the? Gotta get back there.
Okay, sorry.
It is. There's nothing to open here.
Let's talk. I'm Tom Martino. Keith is held. Keith, what's going on with you, Keith?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
Good. And thank you for getting in touch with us so we can get back to you. What's going on?
So I was involved in an eBay card scam.
Uh-oh. How did it happen?
Actually, it was through Xfinity. But I was kind of aware, of these scams. I wasn't aware of this.
I mean, yeah, just tell me about the scam itself. We love to keep track of them. What is it? Tell me about it.
I hope no one gets involved in it.
Okay, tell me how it works.
So someone called me claiming to be Xfinity, saying, hey, we're running a promotion. We're going to go ahead and pay you up 4 months, $59. They gave me the whole spiel with, and I'm thinking...
Wait, they're going to pay you $59 per month for 4 months?
They're going to have me paid up. They're going to drop my bill down to $59 for 4 months.
Okay.
I mean, for 2 years if I pay $250 or $240, whatever it was.
Wait, you have to pay $240 up front, and then your bill drops to $59.
And then they said, well, we're running a promotion with eBay, so you need to get the gift cards to pay us on eBay. And I'm thinking, that sounds really weird. And I'm like, no. So I hung up with them, and I called the Xfinity number. Now, it came up, Tom. It came up the number that I call Xfinity when I have problems with my whatever.
The number that they called you mean the ID?
Exactly.
And you know that people can spoof those caller IDs now, right?
I do know now. Yes.
Okay. All right.
But it came up the number of the Xfinity, the number I
understand. That's exactly what happens to make it look genuine.
Yep. So I called the number back, and they said, yeah. And I'm like, is this promotion for real? And they're like, yeah. Somehow I called.
Oh, wait.
Back.
You physically called the Xfinity number, the real Xfinity number.
The number they just called from.
No. If you hit recall, you didn't call Xfinity.
Well, when they called me from the number that came up Xfinity...
I know, but if you hit send to call them back, it's not going to that number. It's going to the last number that was called to you.
It was going to probably to them. To the
Yeah, but I can see why you would believe you were calling Xfinity. What you need to do is you need to literally enter it into your keypad. So,
yeah, but why in the world would you think they'd want to get paid by eBay cards?
I don't know.
So anyway, when you called, no, I want to call them. So after you called, what happened?
They made it sound very legit.
Right. I can see that. And then what?
They said, what we're going to do is we're going to, because I pay for the Xfinity, and I have, like, that's the home security and whatever. But they're like, you're going to get all the channels, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We're going to drop your bill down to $59.99 a month. But you have to pay it in these gift cards, and you have to do it by 10 p.m. tonight.
It defies logic.
So the $250 that you were paying, was that in advance, the $59 a month, or was it plus $59 a month?
They're saying that I wouldn't be billed until July because all that would pay for the promotion.
But the $250 was a down payment on this, or was it that? Yes. Okay, so you make
to keep the promotion.
I got you. $250, you buy the promotion. Well, what happened? Make a long story short. What happened? Did you pay the $250 in gift cards?
Yes, I went like an idiot, and I went to Target over here, and I got the gift cards because I had to look around and I couldn't find them. I should have been detoured when I went to Walmart and said, oh, I can't find them there, and I went to another Walmart.
So then what happened? After you paid it, when did you find out it was a scam?
I returned home, and I'm like, okay, well, when, and I asked the lady that I was talking to, I'm like, when does this stuff turn on? When do I get all these channels?
Right.
And so I went home, and then right when I started going through my channels, I'm like, no, it just hit me all at once. I'm like, I got scammed.
Oh, no. But what's really weird is people don't fall for numbers on your caller ID. They're useless anymore.
Yeah, I just been going to the store now to pay. I don't do anything like that.
Well, you can pay online if you want. It's just that it's too bad because information can be diverted so easily. That's the problem, Keith. I want the number, though, okay? Suzanne, get the number from Keith. I want to call them back. The number he called, and he didn't call, well, no, because he called the Xfinity number. He doesn't actually have a number.
No, he has a number.
No, the number he called, though, he said was the genuine Xfinity. No, you don't think so?
Of course not.
Get the exact number he called. I don't want him to look for the Xfinity number. I want to know the one that he thought was the Xfinity number.
I bet they have an accent.
I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We got a lot happening here. Dr. Kent Lawson, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, and the new orthodontics. He's here. We'll talk to him and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Yes, we have so much to do. Please, 303-713-TALK. You want a whole lot of pain? Then call K&H Home Solutions for a triple pane in the glass. That is a free upgrade if you schedule a consultation this month at khwindows.com. Don't let the sun catch you with faded furniture, condensation, drafty rooms, cold in the winter, overheated in the summer. It's time to stop the energy bleed with a whole lot of pain. New triple pane windows from K&H Home Solutions. If you sign up this month, that triple pane in the glass upgrade is free. Schedule yourself online at khwindows.com. Add value and beauty. If you want to complete the home makeover, how about siding? New Everlast siding, a lifetime of durability.
They're not my shoes.
But he says, where'd you get them? So he's not saying it correctly.
Online at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com.
We're putting New Orleans street people out of business.
Pro Auto Care, I love the way they do business.
Here's how investors can save the planet and make some money.
I tell you, that guy from Greenpeace, if he's for real.
What do you mean?
That's
him. What do you mean is he for real?
If I'd like to see some of the other stuff he said. He's saying he's like a common sense environmentalist now or whatever, because Greenpeace was never common sense.
Of course it was.
No, it wasn't.
I remember one of the main guys from it. He was out there trying to save whales in Elaine. He worked for NBC. He was trying to impress Elaine. Remember? I do.
They would do some stupid things and stuff at that. Maybe that's why he quit. I don't know, because they were starting to get stupid.
No, he quit NBC because he liked Elaine.
So Greenpeace, here's one thing. They used to spike trees up in the Northwest.
What does that mean?
They would put big nails into the trees, and so when they went to cut them up for lumber, it would either throw it out, destroy the saw, or people that were doing it.
Really? I never heard of that, seriously.
Oh, come on.
Spiking
We gotta
trees.
get out more.
Tree spiking, meaning, definition, explanation. Play.
To marry an ISIS fighter, she said she regrets it.
Yeah.
Back to America with her 18-month-old child. The Trump
Tree
administration
spiking.
revoked her passport and is contesting her claim to U.S. citizenship.
Where the hell did you go?
This is not a very good video.
No, it's not.
The aftermath of severe storms that hammered
Tree spiking. Hammering a metal rod, nail, or other material into a tree trunk. I want to see a video of this so-called tree spiking. Here we go.
The funnel cloud approaching before it gutted his business in Smith Station east of Montgomery.
So,
President Trump says he has spoken with the Alabama governor. And
that was Greenpeace that was doing that.
Yeah, but why are they assuming this tree's going to be cut down?
I think because they did it in places where it's going to get cut down.
How would they know it's going to get cut down? Oh, you mean like they're going to build something there?
No. That was going to be logged. They're doing areas
this is next to a highway.
I don't know. Maybe they're just showing it and stuff. I don't know.
A supporting role in the 1992 film version
How they do
it.
Doesn't that hurt the tree?
No.
It doesn't? No matter what. Even if I put a spike in it, bigger than the tree itself.
No. It would just become a metal tree.
That's crazy.
No longer a tree. Now it's a
Chainsaw failing, tree cutting idiots. Hey, now we're talking.
Look, Terry died.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Today?
Yeah.
Perry. Wow. 90210, man. He was young as shit, wasn't he?
Oh, he just had a stroke.
Yeah, and he died today, though.
Who did? Luke Perry from 90210.
He was like 30-something playing a teenager.
Okay. He was 30?
Yeah, he was really old when he was playing that.
I have a headline to do.
Oh my God, this guy just took down his roof.
You need to power through any job. Shop the largest assortment of Bosch power tools, including the battery platform, 12-volt.
They started getting, when they first started, it was an actual okay organization. They just got wacko, right?
What did?
Greenpeace?
I like Greenpeace.
Well,
they're radical, man.
You like that?
No, I liked what they did. What they did with baby
trees?
seals.
Like the whaling.
To save the whales and baby seals. I don't know about their other stuff. I love what they did. But I mean, I like all those groups. And the same with right wings. They all get too weird either way.
What they do with the blubber?
Okay, I'm up.
The whales, heating oil.
I'm up. Now.
Back in 200 years ago.
Yeah. Plumline Services can get you more than $2,000 in savings if you get your furnace installed by the end of March. Just call, they can do it. There's an extra $300 if you do it by the end of March. We're talking about $1,000 from Carrier and Plumline in discounts, $500 in accessories, $500 in high efficiency credit from your utility company, and a 10-year parts and labor warranty, and up to more than $1,000 in rebates. All of this if you get it done and get it done quickly, and that's before the end of this month. But there's plenty of time to call and have someone come out and talk to you. This is Plumline Services, a company I know and trust, and you can too. PlumlineServices.com. More than $2,000 in savings. 303-586-1086. That's 303-586-1086. PlumlineServices.com.
There's a way, you know, people think cutting trees down is just that. You just got to cut it down. There's a thing called the widowmaker and stuff. What happens when you cut a tree down? Like if you don't cut it down like
Yeah.
I'd have to draw a picture. You have a tree and you cut like a spike in there or whatever, and you don't cut the back.
You have to make it fall a certain way.
Yeah, right. But you do that, but you also got to cut the back.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
what
know.
happens if it starts doing over there, all of a sudden this here thing pops out.
Oh.
And that's what they call a
I
widowmaker.
don't know anything except I know from Paul Bunyan you could cut it a certain way and then it would go back.
He didn't know that they would use whale blubber for heating.
No, they did, like say,
Yeah.
200 years
lamps,
ago. 200 years ago, it was mostly for lamps.
They
Right.
still do in some places.
No, it's for Japanese to eat the blood
one
worms.
uses anymore.
No, I know that.
I do. I just bought some yesterday.
You know,
but the Japanese eat that. What did they kill 330 whales they're going after this year or something like that?
But what do they do with it?
I think Japan and
what is it, a delicacy or something?
Yeah.
Really?
Looks disgusting.
You know,
where do you get the name chewing the fat?
I like dolphins.
A good dolphin's hard to beat.
Flipper's the best.
President will review his qualifications. Let's see other Hickenlooper in Colorado filing crime.
so Hickenlooper is running for president.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Bennett will go.
But what was special about it? He wasn't even a good governor, was he?
Because he governed without you knowing he was a
Well,
governor.
actually, maybe
He was a hell of a brewmaker, though. He had
Wait,
beer.
maybe he was good then, because he didn't really do anything bad as governor.
Yeah, he gave not clemency, but he.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We love what we do, helping people, and this hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the garage door company that I know and trust, and you can too, and they have great value and free checkups for people who think they might have a problem or they just want to know. They'll lubricate, they'll take care of things. That's what we do. We promote good people, and we go after bad people, and we have special guests, and we do all kinds of stuff for consumers. Please, we have a completely open and transparent organization when it comes to help. You can ask about any case that you've heard and demand answers on what we're doing because we love helping people. Some people we can help. Now, One Clear Choice Garage Doors, it's oneclearchoicedoors.com. Like if you had a spring that broke, you can't lift that door up because springs actually keep the door sprung open. Did you know that? And then your garage door opener literally keeps it closed. So without that spring, you can't lift that door. 303-565-6409, 303-565-6409, oneclearchoicedoors.com. So let's go to the phones, and I have some emails for our guest, Dr. Kent Lawson, which is the new orthodontics. Kathy has a timeshare problem. She's been waiting. Kathy, what is happening?
Okay, Tom. We were in Las Vegas on August 8th of 18th, and I was approached by a party asking us if we wanted to trade in our timeshare.
And that was how long ago?
That was August.
Okay,
of
gotcha.
2015.
All right.
And so we went through their program. And
So how did they even know you had one?
Because we were staying at the timeshare.
Oh, got you. You were staying at. So you actually, through the years, have used your timeshare?
Correct.
Okay. How long do you have? 1 week a year? The previous one?
We can. They have programs every so often.
Okay.
If you trade it in, you can get like 4 weeks a year.
What did you pay for that timeshare originally?
Oh, what did we pay for that? Around, I'd say, probably about $2,500 or.
And how much a year were you paying?
A year?
A month,
Okay.
or like, did you pay a maintenance fee?
Yes, we paid a maintenance fee, and it.
How much was it, or is it?
It's $146 a quarter.
Okay, quarterly. Okay. So anyway, you went there to see about trading yours in, and what happened?
Well, we got the trade-in agreement. We got all the papers from.
What were you trading? What for what?
We were trading the Jockey Club property for the Sapphire Resort.
Okay, and the Jockey Club was 1 week a year, right?
Correct.
And you were trading it for Sapphire?
Yes.
Okay, what went wrong?
They aren't doing anything.
What do you mean?
We're getting statements from the Jockey Club
to
pay these maintenance fees in 2019.
And you're saying, wait a minute, we don't own there anymore.
Correct.
So are you also getting statements from Sapphire? And was this a straight across trade, or did you have to pay extra?
Well, we had to pay extra to get into the Sapphire Resorts, but we figured, well, if we can get out of this Jockey Club.
I think they sold her a brand new timeshare.
How much extra?
How much extra
did you pay?
Well, we we purchased it for 5,000. We got 5,000 credits. Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, we got
so that's zero. That's net zero.
To stay somewhere. Yeah, so we're at zero basically. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. They really did. Hold on. They did it straight across. You didn't have to put any money down at all.
Yes, we put 5,000 down. Okay, and it runs us $263 a year.
Wait a minute.
But
if
we
you
get
put
5,000 points
to
use on staying somewhere.
In any of the contracts, does it say anything about this so-called trade-in?
Yes, I emailed those.
Yeah, I got it. They did. Yes. That 5,000 in points you got for the trade. So, I mean, you really didn't get much. I mean,
You're right. I understand.
Okay.
But we're trying to get rid of the monthly fees and the timeshare.
But you said you had no monthly. You said it was quarterly, right?
Or quarterly fees with the timeshare.
But didn't you know that you would keep having You always have maintenance fees, no matter what you buy with this stuff.
Yeah, but she's saying she has them on 2 units now.
No, I understand, but she was trying. Were you under the impression that when you owned Sapphire, there would be no regular fees?
Okay, it is $263 a year. But if we don't pay them, we can't use it.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying you did this whole thing. You did this whole thing to save the $400 or $500 a year in fees.
Correct.
But you paid $5,000.
Yeah. But we still get.
Oh man, I know what you're saying.
Let's see. We're like if we rent a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like $3.99, and that's for an entire week.
Oh, so you actually use it?
We will use it, yes.
I mean, you've been using
nothing until I get it straightened out.
No, I understand that, but you're one of the few people you actually see the value because you're saying for $3.99 I can spend a whole week, and you're cool with that.
Right, and our children use it.
Okay, listen, I'm not going to preach to anyone, but I do have to say this, and this is not towards you, Kathy, but people, timeshares almost never, ever, ever are worth the money. If you took every dime that Kathy took and spent, I almost guarantee you can do better on your own with specials than buying a timeshare. And this goes for any resort in the world. I have had people try to justify timeshares to me, and I would say 1 out of 100 I speak to actually get some benefit because they never want to get rid of it, and they actually use it, and they don't look at it as an investment. As I said, Kathy, it's too late to do all this with you. What we have to try to do is at least just straighten this out. Kathy is one of the few people that went back for more. And so she not only liked her, she went back for more, and now all she wants is to straighten this out. Are they owned by the same companies?
Okay, this is a good one because Star Point is part of their, because we made initial.
Well, what is Star Point? It means nothing to me. Who owns?
Oh boy,
who owns Jockey? Just help me. Who owns Jockey Club? Just help me. I'll help you.
Okay.
Who owns Jockey Club?
Nevada Jockey Club Interval owners, Tricom Management.
Okay, I don't care about the management. So the owners of Nevada Jockey Club, what?
Interval owners.
That's who owns it.
Right, and I sent you the.
I got it. Now, who owns Sapphire?
Sapphire, I believe, because it's Sapphire membership.
Okay, what made you? Okay, but if they did not, I think what they did is really flim-flammed you into buying a new one, and they never terminated your old one. You still have the old one, and here's the thing: there's nothing in your contract that says they are going to terminate it.
Well,
Mark, look over it. No, but it doesn't say they're going to pay anything off. It doesn't say it. They're just giving you credit. But so what? I could give you credit. For example, let's say you took a car, and I said, I'm going to give you credit for that car, and I give you credit. That doesn't mean I have to take the car. I know that sounds weird, but they didn't take your timeshare. They didn't. They didn't terminate the previous agreement. They flim-flammed you. Now you own 2.
Well, when I called, this Alyssa at the Geo Getaways is who the management company is for this. She says they pay the Jockey Club Resort payments.
Who said this? Who said
the
this?
Title, Alyssa.
At
Geo Getaways.
At Sapphire.
At Sapphire Resort, Geo Getaways. That's their corporate office.
Okay. Mark is looking over the contract. Hold on. Just hold on. We'll look that over and more. I'm Tom Martino.
Nowhere there does I see them paying off anything. You see.
Tom, 1 minute, K&H 60 spot. Let's start.
What was our issue?
Big crash westbound I-70 at Vail.
What, Mark? I mean, what, Dan?
What was her issue? She's not getting it.
No. She said she bought the new one, and she's still getting charged the maintenance fees on the old.
Oh, I see. She's upgraded.
Because they never took over the old one. Nothing there, nothing. They didn't take it over.
The weather forecast can be mostly sunny today. Chilly though. A high
Well, there is a trade-in agreement they signed.
With the low around 5.
So,
right now, mostly cloudy.
I mean, really, it looks like they did trade it, but
Did they trade it?
it looks like it.
Did they say they're going to own that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't have time to go over it. Good. Hold on a second.
For just $100
Unless you have money.
Get 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Hey, what about a pane? A lot of pane. We're talking about triple pane. You know, triple pane glasses are really the latest and greatest. And K&H Home Solutions is doing a free triple pane upgrade. But you better call now because it's going to expire soon. Get in under the wire, a triple pane upgrade at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com. And when you get this, you will pay no extra for that. So buy Windows, and what you would normally pay for just the great Windows, they will do a triple pane for you. They also do siding, beautiful siding like Everlast, and they do doors. Call them 303-421-7100, 303-421-7100, or go online. You can book your own appointment at khwindows.com.
This is like garnishing paychecks and seizing assets. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. Call Optima Tax Relief. They're experts in the
No one signed it, though, on this. The only one that signed it was the client. Jesus. It sounded so good till I get to the end, and someone wrote in,
free consultation. Call 800
I don't even know what the hell this says.
800-960-1575.
What does that read?
If you're doing your
All
kitchen,
printing
you're
was done
I love
by
the art of granite.
Dusler.
Big and small. What I mean by big and
Said
small,
he would
they
sign
are
later
comes to
over.
what they do. They can
Was
give
it
you any
later?
granite you
Oh,
want
no.
on Mitch's wholesale account, and that's all you'll pay.
Look, here's the end on the trade-in agreement. Look, they never signed it.
You can buy your granite. Well, I'm sure they have a copy of it. Right?
Jeez, I don't know, man. Why do you assume that?
I don't know. We'll ask. No subcontractors. All those big giant warehouses never do that. All that stuff.
Got a Luke Terry's only 52 years old.
52. And what do you think? With Mitch, just compare.
So imagine it was like an aneurysm, right?
I don't know.
Aneurysm.
Stroke. Is a stroke a brain bleed?
No, stroke can be anywhere.
It can either be a brain bleed
Well, what do you
or
mean anywhere?
a plug.
You can get a stroke here. You can get
Right.
you can get a stroke anywhere. It's basically your blood starts,
and then what?
And you die.
No. A stroke has to be in the brain. A stroke is a brain.
Yeah, but you can lose the blood anywhere.
You can lose feeling and stuff from that.
No, Mark. I think you're confusing. Yes, it affects the brain, which affects the part of your body. Well, you know better than school.
Only in the brain.
But it can be a massive bleed or it can be a plug. Right? Because a stroke can be it's like an aneurysm or it can be a plug.
Blood clot that gets loose and goes.
But it can also be, it can
go other places. It can cause a heart attack.
Right. The clot
itself, though, has to be in the brain.
best rates and
A stroke,
For a stroke.
Spine is a stroke, I'm pretty sure, but look it up. I mean, that's my understanding.
When I was in medical school, it's a lot different.
Okay.
How about this? Strokes always.
Okay, so
It always affects
a
the
stroke is a sudden interruption of the blood supply. Can
to
either
the
be
brain.
a block,
A brain attack, it says.
or either block or a bleeding.
They say it's basically to the brain what a heart attack is to the heart. You can call it a brain attack.
Yeah, that's
of the brain.
the issue.
It is different than when Mark was in medical school. It says that.
God, it scares the shit out of me. I know a guy that, listen to this, he had a headache, just a severe headache. He goes home, he can't move. He wakes up, he can't move. That, I can't even imagine the fear. Oh, geez.
Oh, paralyzed and everything.
That's why I have to thank God every day. Every day. I mean, the complaining, there's just not words complaining about anything.
Do you ever know Gary Gray, the real estate developer, years ago? Developed property.
You were
Gary Gray? No. I'm Tom Martino.
All right, let's talk. Kathy, really, we looked at the agreement. Now, Mark, let's not talk about the last part, okay? Let's not talk about that part right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna. It looks like they have a trade-in. Yes.
Okay. Does it look? Do they say? What does it say about trade?
Well, they're basically going to take over this unit and resell it and.
Okay, good.
It's pretty straightforward.
But in what you gave us, Kathy, there is no signature on their part. I can only assume that you do have a signed copy.
No, sir. This is all I've got. But everything written in the dark, printed, was done by this Dulcher.
Yeah, I know, but they don't have. You don't have a signature.
He would sign it later. He says
it says it has to be signed and to be accepted. No, but this is good news. You can get out of it.
Okay.
You can get out of it and go back to where you were.
Yeah, but that's just on the trade-in part. That's not like, that's just the trade-in agreement.
Oh.
She probably purchased
Wait a minute.
the timeshare.
That's not the purchase agreement?
It's just the trade-in agreement.
Where's your purchase agreement?
I didn't send you this purchase agreement.
Send it to us. Now, we're not giving you legal advice here. We're looking at what it looks like to us if we were involved. But send us that so we can get it to an attorney. 303-713-8255. Dr. Kent Lawson, the new orthodontics, with us. And I'm talking about the kids part now, the new orthodontics, because it's remarkable how you wear mouthpieces and straighten teeth out and you're in braces for less time, and they have a total guarantee that you'll never pay more than it would have been for regular braces. But it's usually less because it's less time. And here's the deal. I want to know the least amount of time kids have been in braces under your system, and you're just going to tell me some kids don't even need braces, right?
Well, yeah, actually, more than 50% don't need braces, and it's always the parent's choice whether they decide to go ahead with braces, the parent and the child.
If they want to make it perfect.
More than half.
Now, you do an adult version of this, but more aggressively.
Well, we don't do it exactly like this because this happens to be a nighttime
Well, obviously, but you have an adult version, I call it. How does it differ from the kids?
Well, the adult is much more active, so that they have to wear an appliance during the day and night.
Yeah, because you can aggressively go after it, but it's still an appliance.
Yes.
But then what?
Changing bone structures, and then we are to make facial balance.
Okay.
And then we, many times, can either use Invisalign or braces to fix those types of cases.
All right. 303-713-TALK. If you have any questions, you can also email us, help@troubleshooter.com, and we'll either have them answer it or forward it to them. Okay, let's go to the phones, and we're waiting for that other contract. Meanwhile, Manuel. Hello.
Hello?
Is this Manuel?
Yes, it is.
What can we do for you, sir?
I had a neighbor that suggested I called. I'm looking for a kidney.
Okay, now where'd you lose it?
Kidney donor.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I tried to make some organ jokes here, Manuel. You didn't laugh.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, you're looking for a kidney. I said, where'd you lose it? Boom, boom. Now let's get serious. What kind of kidney disease?
I just have a chronic kidney disease. I just
born with it?
No, it came from diabetes.
Ah.
And I lost my kidney about 7 months ago, and I've been on dialysis.
Now, you lost your kidney. Did you have two, or did you lose both?
I lost both.
Ah. Both of them at the same time?
Both of them at the same time.
And you're on dialysis right now?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And,
okay. How are you controlling your diabetes?
I'm controlling it with medication.
Okay. I mean, are you doing pretty well?
Yes. No,
because losing kidneys signifies, you know, sugar, high sugar for a long time. So how long have you had diabetes?
Since 1985.
Oh, okay. It has been a long time.
Uh-huh.
So are you on a list, an official list?
Yes. I'm on a transplant list at UC Health.
What were you hoping we could do for you?
Well, I was looking for more advertisement and hopefully that
Sure.
I could,
now, what kind of advertising? Is there something rare about your kidney?
Well, I was told, I needed to get a blood type kidney, and I was told by my coordinator that all I need to do is find a kidney, and they'll do what they call a pyramid exchange and find me the right kidney.
Okay.
So that I could get a kidney earlier than the waiting list that I'm on.
So you actually are allowed to bring your own donor?
Yes.
Okay. So what are you looking for? Let's try to find out what you need.
I'm just looking for a donor that could give me a
I know, but let's talk about your blood type, sir.
My blood type is O positive.
Isn't that pretty common?
Yes. And but there's so many of them on the waiting list. So they told me that if my kidney coordinator said if I could find a kidney, they could do what they call a permit exchange, and they could exchange a kidney for another kidney that will fit my needs.
Okay. So you can find any kidney, and then that goes to the transplant list, and then you get another kidney.
Correct.
Oh, I get it. So basically, you are looking for any kidney.
Any kidney.
God, that's a big thing to ask, isn't it? Wow.
I know it. It is.
Do you have family, friends, loved ones?
Yes, I do. And so I just started asking for a kidney.
May I ask this by everyone? I don't know the answer. Are people allowed to take money for their kidney?
No.
No? Is it like against the law?
If you leave the U.S., you can.
India.
Okay.
Yeah,
but no. I was serious with the question. I didn't know if people.
You're not allowed to purchase a kidney.
Okay.
Or else I would do that.
I don't understand that. I mean, who says in a different country?
Well, a different country you could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever looked into all of those options or not?
No, I haven't looked at it. I just began to scratch the surface here because I don't know how long I could do this dialysis for.
Yeah, this is dire, Manuel. What about? No, I mean, I really do feel for you, Barrow. I mean, do you now really throughout your whole family? I mean, or you don't have many, or what?
Well, no, I don't have two. I just have 3 siblings, and.
What about siblings, brothers, sisters?
No, I only have a brother and a sister.
Listen to this, man.
And what about them? I mean, I don't mean to probe, but you're asking strangers. I'm just asking about. And I'm not, by the way, saying anything bad about them. But what about them? Are they old? Are they what? What's going on with them?
My siblings are old.
Okay, because they don't want transplants over 50. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not sure of that.
How old are you?
I am 73.
Oh, man, you sound younger for some reason. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means, but I know that people say that, and I really mean it. You sound younger. I don't know.
And I'm in fairly good shape, except for my kidney went out on me.
Yeah. I can see. So listen, man, this is all we can do. We have a podcast. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube. We're live on the iHeartRadio app. We're listened to all over the world. We have even pockets in Alaska and Russia, and we have people all over. And he's looking for a kidney. I mean, and it doesn't have to be positive kidney. He can take any kidney, and if they come to the exchange, then they will get him another one. So I guess any kidney will do to get him prioritized on the list for UC Health. He's at UC Health.
Yes.
And
I have a
what
phone
did you?
number for the contact too.
Okay, that's good. People, get your pencils ready. He's going to give a contact. I mean, people have to be really motivated to do this, and I'm not sure what they expect from a donor. They want health, and they want. I know they won't take old people, too old. I don't know what the age cutoff is. Maybe we should actually, Suzanne, not today, but you know what we should do, unless we can get somebody quickly, to talk about what are the requirements for a donor. What are they, basically? I mean, people should know. Manuel, we'll put the word out, and then we'll get this number. I want to know a little bit about you. What did you do for a living?
I worked at the ConocoPhillips refinery for 31 years. I was a supervisor there.
Wow.
I was in the '78 explosion, if you recall that 1978.
That was just before I came to town. A couple of years, yeah.
And I survived the explosion.
Whoa.
I was one of the few that was in the explosion, and
well, listen.
I've always been in good health till my kidney.
Yeah. Okay. When and diabetes for not long.
I've been diabetes.
85. Yeah.
Since 1985. Correct.
All right, Manuel. I wish you the best. I'll say a prayer for you, and we'll
appreciate that.
and we're going to get the number right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what's that? What's that number?
The contact number for the transplant center is 848-0855.
Okay. We missed some of that. We missed some of that. Do it again.
This is
Do it again.
720-848-0855.
Okay.
And the insurance covers all testing.
Okay, so they don't have to pay anything, obviously.
No, my insurance will cover all testing.
And you're not allowed to pay, but I'm sure you could get them a dozen chocolate chip cookies or something.
Oh yes.
Now.
I'd be more than happy to.
Manuel, 720-848-0855. Were you ever married?
Oh, I've been married for 53 years.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
You're still married, 53. Do you have kids?
Yeah. This will be 54 this year.
Do you have kids?
Yes, I got 3.
How about grandkids?
I got 2.
All right. Manuel, I'm going to put that word out. 73 years young. He has been married 53 years. He wants to make it 60 years. 720-848-0855. And you know the thing that people always say, I'm going to say a prayer, right? I'm going to say a prayer. Well, really do it. Don't just say it. Really do it. I do it. When I say it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. So much for the right hand not letting the left hand know what you're doing. I shouldn't have bragged about that. Okay, here we go. We got more coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 K-House.
There's not an age.
Tom, 1 minute. Ideal home loan, 60 spot.
You can be 90 years old and still donate organs.
This report is sponsored.
It says Iran is the only country in the world that you can legally sell your organs.
I thought India.
4,800. I don't know. I just read it. So if it's on the internet, you know how that goes. I heard if you stay at some resorts in Mexico, you'll wake up in the bathtub this morning.
In the cold water.
Maybe Jamaica too, Doc. Just what do you think, buddy?
Well, they drive on the wrong side of the road, so maybe they do other things the wrong way.
Have you been to the falls, Eric? You should go to the falls.
Where's that?
That's the only thing I liked in Jamaica.
No.
You crawl up the river.
Why were we talking about Jamaica anyway?
The falls in Jamaica.
But before that, why did we?
Well, you got Jimmy Buffett.
Because he's going to Jamaica.
Time to get a great
Where you going?
best-selling trucks.
Wait, oh, that's right, with the step. That's right.
F-150
Jimmy
and
Buffett.
Ford Super Duty.
Is in Jamaica.
Hey, guys. Coming up in
It's
5 seconds.
Margaritaville.
Mike's going on now. Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. And when I say that, I don't take it lightly. I am serious when I endorse a company for reasons, and here are the reasons. They have credit optimization. If you're approved, they go a step further. You can still get a loan when you're approved. But what they do is even improve your credit more legally, ethically, and quickly, which gets you even better pricing. Behind the scenes, you can save $200 just by doing that. They might say pay down this balance by this much, or do this, or pay this off. And they do credit optimization. They have a custom term loan. You get the lower rate without going back to 30 if you want. Pick any rate you want. They have the rate guarantee if you refinance or close on a new home, and you decide that, oh my God, I missed it, the rates went down, you can get the refinance free of charge. And then the pre-approval is like a cash deal. Think about that, a cash deal, because they're ready to fund. You're already approved, and I mean it. I endorse them for a reason. IdealHomeLoans.com. In fact, many reasons. 303-867-7000. 867-7000.
I should have had someone do it. Don't be that person that says there's after one of your remodeling project. Right, Dan? You've got that right, Todd. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths.
Yeah, I got chased off the
we make people happy.
beach in Jamaica.
Well, were you naked?
No, I rented a jet ski. The stupid thing broke down, basically in the middle of the ocean. It took about an hour for them to figure it out, and they dragged me back. And then they wanted to charge me to fix the jet ski.
Yeah. But you didn't break it.
And I remember I hadn't even paid for the rental yet. So I told Suzanne to head back over to the cruise ship. Once I saw her get, they have a place
But they
where
have
literally...
your credit card number, right?
No, they didn't.
So wait, did you get away with nothing?
I fucking ran my ass off. Literally, they were chasing me.
They were chasing you?
Literally chasing
me. Like on foot?
On foot. And once you get past a certain area, they don't, the locals aren't allowed through there. The cruise ships are there. No locals, period.
Guarded?
Guarded. It's like you're entering a whole different place.
Wait, so hold on. They wanted you to pay for the repair.
The repair of the jet ski.
Did you get to rent it at all?
I did rent it. I used it for maybe a half hour and it broke down.
You didn't want to pay for that half hour, right?
I was hauling ass in it. I don't know how I did it. No, I did nothing.
So you paid zero?
I paid zero. I blasted the hell out of there.
That's
barely made it. I mean, like literally, they were.
They allowed you. How far away, Mark? How far away were they?
They were right there, man. I mean, they like.
Now,
I thought they were going to tackle me.
Like, at what point did you take off? You were talking.
Yeah, and I kept getting a little further and further, and
You
I already
said,
sent.
"Wait, man, I don't think so."
I already sent Suzanne back towards the cruise ship. I was like, it was our honeymoon, man. I was 21 years old, so she's back up at the cruise ship, or just about to where I know she'll be safe. And
was she on the thing with you? You guys.
Yeah.
So you had your bathing suit on.
Yeah.
Did you leave anything behind?
Not that I remember. So I hauled ass up there. Remember, they literally, no locals are allowed up there, period. I mean it. There's like guards and shit.
And when you got there, did you turn around and go, blah, blah, blah?
No, but better than that, I went up toward the top of the dock where you could look down where people were jet skiing, and I was screaming down, don't rent their jet skis, so I started harming their business pretty good.
So you were on it a half hour and then it gave out.
Totally broke down, man. Totally broke down.
And they came and tried to fix it.
No, they didn't even try to fix it. They towed us back in.
I know you're the one that called Larry H. Miller. Did they ever call you back?
Never got a call back. No.
Look
Actually, let me check my
voicemail.
voicemail.
Isn't that interesting, doctor? Look at line 3 in front of you. The girl's asking about gum grafting versus pinhole.
Oh.
So,
No kidding.
yeah, that's interesting. So anyway.
Wow.
I was one that answered her. You do any of that?
No, I referred to somebody that does.
I see.
I'm tired of hearing about Cardi B. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of it.
Who?
Cardi B.
Well, I'm surprised. What would keep someone from just stealing the thing if they don't have any of your credit cards, driver's license,
Yeah, I know.
any of that?
Or not paying.
Remember, I'm on a jet ski.
Right.
So, like, all my stuff there, the wallet, everything was right there because we're out, like in a little cubby or locker.
In one of theirs.
And I basically grabbed everything.
But how did you go back to grab it? You said it was broken down. They towed you back to their post.
They towed me right back to where I rented it and my shit was. And I basically grabbed my shit, and they were saying, hey, you also owe us this.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Renee has a question for Dr. Kent Lawson, Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, or Neo Kids Dentistry and the New Orthodontics. Go ahead, Renee.
Hi, I have a periodontal question. I'm wondering if you've done any research on the difference between traditional gum grafting and the newer pinhole procedure.
Dr. Lawson.
Yes, excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with my voice this morning, but I'm familiar with it. I've had patients that have had that pinhole
with great results,
and with very good results. And so I think it's a very good thing to check out. Make sure the person that's doing it has a lot of experience, the dentist that is.
And the procedure, by the way, grafting is what it sounds like. They take pieces of skin and transplant them to your teeth, right? To your gums.
Yes, that's right. There are a lot of different types of grafting. Some is a sliding graft where they move the gum from one place, just slide it over a little bit, and they also take grafting from the roof of the mouth. They're now replacing some of that with some other types of grafting where you don't have to do that.
Do they have donor grafts?
Well, there always has to be somewhat of a donor, but the newer techniques, they're doing some without actually taking a donor site from the patient. So,
how do they do that?
Well, I'm not sure. I know they use various types of tissues, and it could be
cadaver.
It could be something like that. I'm not an expert in that area.
How about the pinhole? The way it was described to me is there are microscopic or little pinholes that are put, and the gums then are more pliable to pull down and they fill in. Is that how it works or not? I don't know.
I think so. Again, I'm not an expert in this area. You know, if I can mention a dentist that I know does this.
Go ahead.
Dr. Stephen Olson.
Steve Olson. Oh, we know him. He's my dentist.
Well,
at Colorado Wellness Dentistry.
Yes, Colorado Wellness Dentistry.
Mm-hmm.
He's super. He's very knowledgeable in this whole area.
Wow, that's great. Renee, you'd like him.
Okay.
Now, I say the pinhole personally because of what I've seen with results. They have been remarkable because it's all your own skin. It's all your own, and the pinholes pull down the kind of the gums. They pull them down with pinholes, and then it fills in. It just is a natural process. It's amazing.
And what about how long each will last? Is there any?
It's your own skin.
Right,
but you have normal recession.
How long it will last if you don't have to have it done again, or like the pinhole only lasts for a couple of years, but if you go traditional gum.
No. The pinhole does, it fills in and then it's yours. So normal gum recession would take place, but it doesn't go away. Just like grafting doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
And I happen to have researched it because not for me, but for someone I know. And that was what was going on. And it was years ago, and pinholes were just starting. There's another guy that advertises on this station that does it, Dr. Barrett's.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Barrett's. In fact, maybe Dr. Barrett's is around. Maybe he'd comment on it. He knows a lot about it, but so does Steve Olson. 303-713-8255. Okay, it is Diana. Diana, what's happening?
Well, the customer service relations reached out to me and
are you calling on a follow-up, right?
I am.
And the original problem, just for our listeners, what was the original problem?
Took it in for a routine brake flush as recommended by Ford, and now the entire brake system needs to be replaced.
Yeah, you took it to Larry H. Miller.
Yeah, she was getting like an oil change. They upsell her or something into this brake flush.
And no one had ever heard of a brake flush, I don't think.
No. People sell them.
But they're rare.
Yeah, and they were saying something like the gasket.
Oh, because of the moisture that can get into the fluids, that's why you get a flush. But what happened with yours? Did they put the wrong one in?
No, they said actually that I brought the vehicle in without the lid was loose when they got in there, and they said the gasket was missing. So
yeah, but if they flushed it, are they saying the damage took place before they put the fluid in?
Yeah, they're trying to say that because it wasn't properly sealed.
But you never had a problem before.
Not that I noticed.
And now you do.
Well, yeah, they wrecked the car in the shop. They actually couldn't, after doing the flush, they tried to drive it into a bay and ran into a toolbox.
Are you kidding me? So you have a dent and that?
They said it was just a scratch, and supposedly it was taken care of there. I haven't seen my car. I haven't seen my car since.
It's been like a month.
So anyway, they called you after you were on the air, and what happened?
Well, it was actually customer service relations from Ford Motor Vehicle or whatever, and they sent me an email and said that they would pay for 85%, and then of the repairs, I'm still responsible for $300.
I think that is extraordinary.
I agree.
Extraordinary.
Long as the body damage is
no, because if it, because normal brake fluids do age. You hadn't had it done. They did it, and no one's responsible 100% for anything unless it's really a weird case. And I think that's 80. If they truly pay 85%, I would do it.
So what'd you tell them?
I didn't answer them. I told the lady that I would think about it. I did mention, I was just like, I already paid. I paid for you guys to damage my vehicle, and now I'm going to...
Now, wait a minute. Now, we're not talking about the damage. We're talking about the brake.
No.
The brake.
I paid the $100 for a brake flush, and that's what essentially, like, started...
Yeah, regardless. So, seriously, that $300, if they do it for $300... That's not a bad deal.
No.
I mean, if you think that's a good idea.
Let's put it this way. If you were my wife or my sister, I'd say go ahead. It's a good deal. I wouldn't fight it. And the $100 you paid, yes, you paid that. So that's done. Now they have to redo it, or excuse me, they have to replace the whole system, and you're only paying $300. How many miles on this vehicle?
60.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a whole new brake system for $300? My goodness, I wouldn't even question it. I wouldn't even question it. 303. Oh, hold on, though. What about now the damage, the dent? How bad is it?
I haven't seen the vehicle, but they said they had somebody repair it in-house.
Yeah, but I'd want to know how it's being repaired. You have a right to know that. I don't want any Bondo on my car. What year is it?
Yeah, it's 2015.
Nah, you don't want Bondo. I mean, you tell them, look, if this is a minor dent, you're replacing the quarter panel or you're putting in, I mean, you do not want Bondo.
Hey, I want to clarify something, though. Did Larry H. Miller call you to offer
Ford.
this, or Ford?
Ford.
I find that odd.
Well,
why would Ford pick?
Because of us, because we got involved. Diana, you demand to know how they're repairing it. Get back to us. 303-713-TALK.
But what the mechanics did say that many car dealers say they don't even want to do a brake flush. They don't even.
Well, the Dodge, yeah, Dodge says they won't do it.
They won't. Don't even do a brake flush on a Dodge car. That's under warranty.
What did he want?
Outbound side of Green Valley Ranch. Watch out for solid backups on that stretch.
So that was the nicest cruise I'd ever been on, by the way.
Who was
our honeymoon one? It was Norwegian. Every dinner was highly formal.
You know what?
It was really cool. It was no carnival bullshit.
In general, I hate cruises. I hate them. Really? I've never, hate them. I just hate them.
You need to go with people. Huh? Go with people you know.
Well, I did.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I went with my family. It's just a big smorgasbord.
Yeah,
and you're trapped.
You eat a lot. I know that. I haven't been on one.
Okay, hold on. What am I doing? Okay. I got it. Fix it 24/7. The $39 people, fixmyhome.com for all of their specials. But here's the one I want to give you right now that's very important, okay? They will come and clean and refurbish your furnace for just $39. They pull the blower cage. They clean the cabinet. They adjust the burners, even remove them to the extent they can. In fact, they have a no breakdown guarantee. It's like really a refurbishing of the whole thing, and they really do it. The great value, $39. 720-526-3939.
Oh, let's see if I even have these. Here.
You work with.
Okay, another spot. Another spot in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Coming up. Mic's on. This phone number I'm going to give you is very important. If you're affected at all in your family or circle of friends with addiction, you can get free, unadulterated information, confidential, loving information, how to approach them, what to look for, what are the telltale signs, what does it cost, where do you go, what are the different options, all sponsored by TheRaleighHouse.com. TheRaleighHouse.com. 720-730-9722. 720-730-9722.
Do you work with air duct cleaners?
Oh, yeah, we have some good air duct cleaners. What do you need?
What area?
Well, I have. I'm in a condo down on Hampton, Waterford.
Apple Air.
Apple Air?
Great.
Yeah, if you're in a condo, I don't think you can use like a monster bag type thing. These guys have other equipment.
Well, no, some condos have their own.
10th floor.
But some condos have their own mechanical. Did you know that?
Yeah, or their own, like the built-in vacuums. Hey, do new homes have that anymore?
Nah, no one's doing
They got rid of that shit, didn't they? You know why? Because they don't work.
And because of the lightweight, the new lightweight.
The Shark and, yeah. I remember growing up, my parents had one of those things.
And home theaters are a thing of the past.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them. Because with all the beautiful big giant TVs and all the technology, you don't need.
We have one in the basement.
I'm sorry.
But I've got a retractable screen.
But that was put in when? When was the house built?
What's that called?
Oh, one.
Where?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
Years old.
You mean a full-on room that's got one. I know what you're saying. I don't know what this room used to be. Our basement's so huge.
Tom, this is the question for line 3. He worked for a company, I don't know what it was, and now he's retired for a couple of years. He's been making he has his retirement money coming in. The retirement company is asking for his W-2s and stuff, making sure he's still not working in the trade. He wants to know if that's legal. I've never heard of that before.
He had signed for it when he retired.
But
sometimes you got like a year.
Why does he work in the trade?
Why see his W-2s?
Yeah, they want to see
Well,
everything.
it depends on if it's a union retirement, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't want you cluttering the goddamn profession. I don't know what kind of retirement
Are you getting excited for Jamaica?
Absolutely.
Are you guys
You're
going for a
Jamaican me
mission, or do
crazy.
you just take your staff for
See
vacation?
what I did there?
I'm sorry.
Do you guys go for a mission to help folks out at that
Oh,
time?
I'm telling you, man.
No, we don't. But
I don't have any good fucking memories of it, besides the falls.
Where they just walked up. What about, do they have a place where you went and did Stingray? Was that Jamaica? Or was that
No,
somewhere else?
Stingray City we've done, but that's in Cayman Islands. It's off the Cayman.
Okay.
Stingray City, if you've never seen anything like it, it is fucking amazing.
Crazy.
You stand in water in the middle of the ocean, like maybe a foot, 2.5 feet, and there's a million stingrays just rubbing up against you.
And I
you
thought-
hold food, and they'll come up and suck it out of your
And
hand.
you can lift them up, and they'll take pictures and stuff.
Stingrays.
Yeah, but I thought they were like barbed. Didn't what's his name? That one guy got killed by a stingray, was he?
Yeah.
Well, they do. They can shock you, but they don't there. They're used to getting fed.
What's the name of the guy? But he was
Yeah,
always on
it was in
TV.
Australia. He got barbed right in the.
Yeah.
He got killed.
Right. Yeah. Is that famous guy that does?
Yeah, what's his name? Anyway, he's like the Australian.
Crocodile Dundee.
Sort of like him.
It was like he right, and now his son I think is doing.
Was it the guy that was
He was Australian.
places unknown?
He was always the blonde hair, the outdoor guy, good looking.
The guy was killed by the stingray?
I gotta look
Killed
him
by
up
the
now.
stingray. Stingray
Was he
came
killed
right
by
up
the
underneath
Yeah,
him.
he got a barb right in his heart.
That was,
Stabbed him.
what was his name again? His daughter took over.
I thought his son took over. His daughter did.
I thought his
Could be.
daughter, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's
His
it.
daughter got pretty famous.
Crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin.
That's it, Steve Irwin.
His final words, tell me this isn't chilling. I'm dying.
You know,
Oh my God.
The cameraman that witnessed the death.
that's sad.
Yeah, he was a crocodile hunter. Jeez, the crocodiles couldn't get him, the damn stingray got him.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. What's happening, man?
Well, I was a Boilermaker for years.
What's
and,
that? What did you...
I was a Boilermaker for 25 years.
Oh, a boiler man. Okay.
Yeah, Boilermaker.
Yeah.
And it's a union out of...
right. Gotcha.
Well, okay. And I retired 3 years ago, and of course the pension fund is seeing the same kind of problem all the other pension funds are seeing.
And what's that?
And just mismanagement.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And they're having a hard time keeping up with the payouts.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that I'm not working in the trade now that I've been retired.
Yeah.
And,
now, what I wanted to say is this: in normal retirement plans, they're not contingent, except for Social Security. They're not contingent on income. Some Social Security is, so it doesn't matter. But in a union retirement plan, they almost always want to make sure you're not competing with the industry because the guy's working. They want to make sure they're working.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that is totally in line with most retirement plans that come from unions.
So they can access all my personal tax information?
No.
And income?
You have to let them. You have to let them.
Okay. So, but if I don't, then I lose my pension.
That's right, but you have the choice. You don't have to let them. And if you don't let them, they're just going to assume it's because you're hiding the W-2s. I mean, you agreed to this, by the way. If you go back in your paperwork with the union, you agreed to it. I mean, I'm assuming you did.
Well, apparently, if I signed some papers that I don't know, I mean, I signed.
But let me ask you something, Bill. You do understand the logic, right?
Oh, absolutely. I understand completely. I just have a hard time believing that they can access my.
They can't.
My
they can't.
Legally.
They can't.
You have to let them.
You have to let them. I just told you that.
Let them.
They can't.
Yeah, right.
They can't go in and do it without you letting them.
All right.
So
it is.
But then.
If I let them.
That's right. Only if you let them. So if you don't let them, though, they probably have paperwork saying that you're not going to get it. This is a private fund by union workers, and these guys mean business. But I want to ask a couple questions, just curiosity. Why would you have a problem with it? No one knows your name or anything, so just tell us, why would you have a problem?
Well, I mean, I've got income coming from other places.
Yeah.
I've got, you know, I mean, I'm not just solely dependent on the Boilermaker income. I've got Social Security. I've got another job that I worked
But see, if they're asking for W-2 income, that's all you have to show them. You don't have to show them any other income. Well, you know,
the 1099s and
okay,
and
that's
all
right.
The stuff and income from.
They want to know you're not subcontracting, right? 1099s and W-2s would cover everything. You're right.
Okay.
So listen, man. Here's the deal. You just feel like violated privacy-wise, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I just feel like it's there's got to be some questionable act there, you know.
Well, it's really not. You see, I mean, union people, you're a union man, and these guys look out for each other. They're saying, look, we're not going to pay you out of the fund that we're all contributing to, and if you're working on the side. Now, they don't care if you work somewhere else, right?
Well, as long as it's not something that I trained in through them.
Right. They don't want you competing with the industry.
Exactly.
Now, what part of it did you do? Did you make those big, what did you do?
Power plants and refineries, we built them.
Man.
And then I was a high-pressure welder for the length of the time I was there.
Did you ever what did you use to weld?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
What did you weld with? I don't know what kind of welding.
TIG welding, stick welding. Some exotic metals and stuff like that. It was, I enjoyed it. It was.
How long were you How long are you retired?
I've been retired 3 years.
You know, that is an art right now. It's going away, man.
It is. It is.
Oh.
That's why they're having trouble. The whole industry, power plants are going away, and what it comes down to now is refineries. And Colorado doesn't have a whole lot of refineries.
No.
So the people are drying up, and as a result, they're not getting the income that they need to keep that fund going.
That's going to be. I mean, you're lucky you're getting retirement.
Yes, and it's questionable. I mean, I think it's on a year-to-year basis.
How much are you getting? How much you get a year?
From them, about 30,000, a little over 30.
So plus you get Social Security.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, and then I've got. I worked another 15 years.
Wow.
At a power plant, and of course I put money away in 401 and stuff like that.
Well, that's pretty cool. Listen, I wish you the best, man. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget, referralist.com, and save all your problems for me.
I'll tell you what's going to go away. Engineers.
Oh, no.
They're being replaced by robots. Much better, faster,
but
funnier.
Designing, Mark. Designing.
Yeah, robots.
Oh, he's...
Don't need them. Don't trust them. Don't need them. Don't want them.
Look at Hickenlooper.
Oh, I get no respect around here. I know.
Do you think he has a prayer? Do you think Hickenlooper has
not a prayer? Unless you know what? Unless he has a great first debate or something like that. And he just comes out
if he attacks the real far lefties, whoever comes out modest and attacks the nuts.
Moderate.
No, modest.
No, not modest. Moderate. Modest is meaning he covers up his dick.
That's what I'm saying. No Michael Jackson stuff. Don't correct me. I meant modest.
Did you guys see Mark Levin last night by any chance on Fox?
No, what about him?
Boy, there was a guy on there that was formerly very liberal, gay man, that turned conservative. He's got a program called Walk Away, and it was riveting. I mean, it's amazing.
It's a good interview.
Yeah, it was.
He's gay, right?
Gay?
Yeah. Conservative?
Yeah.
Levin?
Well, who is?
I think Levin is.
Is he?
Oh,
I don't know.
here. Pull up a picture of him.
He does look like
He's the young guy, right?
Old guy.
No.
He yells
Oh,
all
I'm
the
thinking
time.
of somebody else.
He yells all the
No,
time.
no, I don't know if he is or not.
He's Jewish.
I'm
and
you're talking
the
about
guy
You're right. He's Jewish, right?
The guy was.
He wears eye makeup.
I mean, the guy's amazing.
You know Shepard.
I'll send you a link if you want to.
Oh, Mark Levin? On the radio.
No, I'm thinking of this young Republican that goes to all these
Sounds like an angry
colleges, and he always gets chased off. He's gay.
Conservative. He's like a conservative.
I can't think of the guy's name.
Who's that guy? The liberal.
Do you know what though?
He's
Seriously,
yelling all the time.
liberals are mean. They're fucking mean.
He's got the
They don't like somebody.
hard job. Hard.
Oh,
Not, I call him. I call him.
I don't watch that much.
Hard.
Anyway, this guy was incredible.
Oh, that's saying that?
Yeah, the guy.
People are going to come out
The
and
guy on
realize.
Fox, and he's got this movement going. Walk Away is what it's called. And the other one is Walk With Me, where conservatives get on there and they're signing petitions. They've got like 500,000 people signed up so far in the last few months, and it's growing.
I tell you, they're coming so far left, and it just makes no sense. First of all, the climate change thing itself.
He was exposing stuff about CNN that about how, because he was watching them all the time, and he said, that's just not right. That's not right. He started figuring out that they were feeding him a bunch of lies. And he said, in fact, they'd show crowds of people at a Trump rally, and there'd be a bunch of black people in there, and they'd block out the black people so you couldn't see that there were black people, and it looked like it was all white people at the rally. CNN was doing that.
And they were all looking, and they were even, look if there were any racial terms thrown out there and stuff. They couldn't find it, and I think they had someone. Oh no, like I tell you, and I'm not I don't like what Trump say is tweeting and things like. I like what he does.
Yeah, same way.
But I can't even imagine if Hillary is there. I can't imagine.
Well, we would be suffering even more than we did with Barack Obama.
Oh.
At least Trump's been able to wipe out a lot of the stuff, all those executive orders.
The Paris Accord? People don't realize how bad that Paris Accord is.
Yeah.
That's just going to take, for climate change, there's tons of money away. It's not going to do a damn thing. Seriously, the American people are ignorant. They really are.
Yeah.
For the most part, they go by the media, and it's the media that's tearing people apart.
Well, yeah, and then I forget who it was. It was somebody being interviewed that was over in Vietnam when they're meeting with Kim Jong-un when Trump was. And of course, everything was on CNN. And it was all, the only coverage they had on it was hardly anything on the present meeting with Kim Jong-un. It was all about the
phony baloney,
the guy that
the rat, the rat, who's going to survive in prison for about a month.
His point, he thought it affected North Koreans' position because all they saw on CNN, they were thinking that's Buffalo News. It's in all the airports, Foxes, and anything.
What?
So it's interesting.
Okay.
I thought it affected.
Okay, I'll do it in 30.
Ways.
Now this is hard.
But it's really, the media is what's tearing the country apart. It's not.
Yeah. And this guy, this gay man that was on there.
By the way, I have
nailed him. I mean, incredible.
into downtown.
Who's the young gay guy that visits all the colleges?
Oh, this guy visits colleges, and he's pretty young. He's probably,
I wonder if it's him. I'm
30, 35 years old.
The Paradigm Group is featuring a loan to help you take advantage of lower interest rates, equity, retirement, and lowering your taxes. My bank, my loan, my way. They have taken it to a new level. That is the loan that gives you complete credit for everything that you have in your bank toward your balance, which lowers your interest over the life of the loan, helps you pay off your home quicker. It can even be used as a second. 720-931-6560. Find out more. 720-931-6560. The Raleigh House is all about. Did I go over time? Recovery and information. The number I'm giving you now is not to sell you on the Raleigh House. It's not a crisis line. It's not.
So is this Paradigm? Is it CMG Financial?
Yes. Line.
So what do they go by?
Use Paradigm.
The Paradigm Group. What signs do I look?
That's what they go by.
We went about 10 over on that one.
Which one did you go over?
Sorry, Paradigm. What do I do about?
Because Paradigm's not in the referrals. You know that.
Yeah, they are.
Right there. My bank, my loan, my right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Listen, you bastard. You know when somebody's diagnosed with cancer, oh my God.
I got a text. I'm going to send myself an email and about that tonight.
What do I do? Call this number and ask.
It's just going to be a copy of
Should have
that.
been done last week.
That's 720.
We're trying to get your email, but
no obligation,
what
no
is it?
cost.
MARC.
MARC, that's what it was.
Addiction facility. 720.
Back then they didn't sell very well.
There it is. I'm going to forward that gig idea.
Cool.
That idea.
We'll review his qualifications. Let's see, under Hickenlooper in Colorado, violent crime way up, highway deaths way up, suicide twice the national average.
You blaming suicide on Hickenlooper? Come on.
I tell you, he's your buddy, I thought.
Opioid deaths way up.
Well, I mean, what do you mean by that?
You tongue-tied him.
I started him.
Yeah. Was he really? I didn't hear it. He was blaming all that on Hickenlooper.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Okay, we're here to solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. I am a consumer advocate. Really, what is a consumer advocate? Someone who fights for consumers, and you have to be the judge of that, okay? I call myself that. We have the Troubleshooter Network, established more than 40 years ago, and we have radio and TV, of course, full-time TV. No longer, thank goodness, but we got the grind of radio and every day helping thousands of people, email, phone calls, and listeners. So all you have to do is call or contact us now 24/7, 303-MARTINO. Give it out. Say, hey, you got in trouble? 303-MARTINO. You don't have to remember the show number because it'll automatically come to the show. 303-MARTINO. 303-627-8466. We also have the show number here, 303-713-TALK. Dr. Kent Lawson, who's with us, the new orthodontics. For kids and for adults, different things for different ones, but there's the same principles. He widens the palate and lets the body straighten the teeth, and then he aligns the jaw. Sleep apneas go away, TMJ goes away. It's all in one dentistry. It's wonderful. Dr. Kent Lawson, someone has some emails here I'm going to get to in a little while on what you do. But we love what he does. And the palate, we're having some questions on the palate. One guy says, now this guy says, I'm in the medical field and I know for sure that adult palates cannot be widened without surgery. That's controversial. Now, what does he mean it's fused and cannot be widened? You have to do it when you're babies.
Well, this is kind of old school
thinking,
outdated information that he's working with, and
Ooh,
unfortunately, they're still teaching this in a lot of the dental and medical schools, but it's not true.
They say that the palate eventually fuses and you can't widen it. You're saying that's not true?
I'm saying that true. We've widened palates on 75-year-olds.
Wow.
Not a problem.
So really, you literally, I mean, they're soft then? They can be moved, obviously.
Well,
does it fill in with new material? How does that work?
there are stem cells in the mid-palatal suture area, and the cranial sutures, there's a whole field in medicine called craniosacral therapy.
Okay.
If you're familiar with that, it's adjusting these sutures. So we've been doing this for 35 years and have
Well, when you say sutures,
never,
it's that people think of sutures as stitches.
Well, it's not stitches, and but basically there are cranial sutures that are all throughout the head.
Okay, meaning that they're meant to be moved a little.
Those can be, yes, they can give some, and there's that whole system called craniosacral therapy has been using this concept for almost 100 years.
Wow.
It was developed in the 1920s, and that takes into account that these sutures can be changed.
Okay, so you take advantage of these sutures, meaning these places where the skull parts are held together to expand that area of the jaw.
That's correct, and it's all in how you do it, the technique. It has to be slow palatal expansion. The most of this is not taught in the schools, but we have been doing this, like I say, somewhere close to 10,000 adults over that last 35 years.
So take that, Doc. That doctor, he didn't say he's a doctor. He says he's in the healthcare industry. Okay, 303-713-8255. We asked Kathy to go get some paperwork and come back. She has what was supposedly a timeshare purchase with a trade-in agreement on her other timeshare. What we're doing right now is we're having Mark is going over that. Now, again, we're just giving you our impressions, and then we'll have our attorney look at it at another time. But I don't want to go to her right now because Susan's been waiting a long time. So, Susan, go ahead and tell us your problem. Meanwhile, I want to tell people we have lines open. You can get right through right now, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, Susan, your turn. What's happening?
Tom, you're wonderful. You've been helping me for 20 years.
Oh, well,
I've been
thank you.
Since Father John, and I always get good advice.
Well, I thank you for that.
I worked briefly for 2 months in an assisted living home in Aurora. The woman refuses to give me my W-2.
Why?
I don't think she...
How long ago did you work there?
I worked for her for the month of July and August.
July and August. Did you get paychecks during that time?
Yes.
Were they regular paychecks, like with a stub, and where you could actually see what they took out?
No.
Was it just a check written, a business check?
They were handwritten, and I had to nag her every time.
Okay.
About
Did you get the gross amount, or did she subtract stuff?
She subtracted stuff.
So, how much were you? Give me the difference between gross and net.
Well, on the times that she would give me a pay stub, she would tell, $22 here, $2
But she never gave you an accounting.
No, there's no year-to-date.
Well, $22 doesn't make sense. $2 doesn't make sense. I mean, no matter what, you're going to have 15% taken out, no matter what.
Exactly. I think she was just making up numbers
to
put on a pay stub.
So she doesn't have a W-2 to give you because she never probably kept track of it. She probably never did any withholdings.
Correct. So I don't know where to go with this.
Were you an employee?
Correct. Yes.
How much money are we talking about?
Like total money you collected in July and August, or no, not total money you collected. Total gross you would have made in July and August.
Maybe $1,000.
So $500 a month.
I wouldn't even mess with it. That's personally just me, though.
I was working 1 day a week. It was an assisted living home.
Okay, so you're asking, what do I do as far as my taxes?
Correct.
You just estimate, or whatever you got on those checks, you just put it down.
Okay. My big concern is, though, the reason I quit working for her is because her business is a scam. She has 4 homes that she says are...
Okay, so we're calling about 2 different things, which is, and I want to help you. Listen.
Working for her.
Listen, Susan. First, I would also, in addition to just putting down an estimate of what you got, I would just put down gross and no withholdings. That's what I would do.
Okay.
And then I'd go after her in small claims court for damages. I would say that's what I would do. I would, if you were supposed to make, let's just say you're supposed to make $500 a month, that's $1,000. And let's say you collected $900. I'd go after her for anything you had to pay in taxes and the money she withdrew. I would just go after it and see what the judge says. Now, as far as as far as her running a scam.
Well, I don't want to call it a scam.
Oh.
It's not a legitimate business in that she has 3 different business names.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having 3 business names. So let's get to the part.
It's a senior care assistant.
Okay, senior care.
What she presents to clients, that they're going to be taking care of their parents in a nice, great place with 3 square meals a day, is not happening.
Well, this is serious to me. Are you saying, are they being mistreated?
No, I just don't think they're being cared for in a way that she presents to clients.
Okay, give me the violations.
They sit in Depends for hours.
Okay.
They are promised 3 square meals a day and 2 snacks, and at the end of the month, so they bought groceries at the beginning of the month, and so there was always groceries at the beginning of the month. But towards the end of the month, I was bringing food in from my own.
I know,
home.
but if you didn't, what would they get? Well, how much would she cut back?
They might get some canned fruit. They might get
No, but would they get their 3 meals?
Yes, but it was scraping together like you would on a budget at your own home after you've run out of food. It was making meals from whatever you could find at the house. The reason I did quit is because I was required to change Depends, and there was no hand soap to wash hands, so nobody in the house was washing their hands.
Okay.
And I complained
you need
about
to
that.
well, you need to call the health department when they inspect them, and there is a special inspection that takes place for those, and plus the health department for if food is involved in serving. You really need to call, and you actually have to put in written complaints. They will look at these. Where is this located?
She has several homes. They're in the nicer parts of Aurora, Meadow Hills.
Okay, so that's Arapahoe County?
Yes.
Okay, the good news, Arapahoe, Douglas, it's Tri-County.
Tri-County, yes.
Tri-County Health, they're really good people. So let me think, what are the 3 counties? Is it Elbert, Arapahoe, and, wait, Douglas, Arapahoe? I don't know if Elbert's... Adams? I'm not sure about that.
I think Adams is part of Tri-County.
Okay, Jeffco has its own. Denver has its own. Whatever it is, Tri-County is the one for Aurora. I know that from doing my restaurant reports from years ago. So let's get started there. You need to put in some written complaint. Find out when they were last inspected. Then you have to go to the nursing home. Yes, Suzanne.
Tom, and I left a message about her W-2 as well.
Good. Let's see if we hear from them. So keep us informed, Kathy, if you hear from them, and we'll revisit this if you haven't heard in a few days. 303-713-TALK. Now, timeshare stuff. Mark was looking at that. Here's what happened. She has 2 separate agreements. One is a trade-in. But, Mark, does it say it's being traded in for a purchase? Is that what it says on the trade-in part?
On the trade-in part, all it talks about is a trade-in.
But does it say trade or they're buying it? How do they put it? Do they say trade or purchase? Are they actually taking this from her?
It's a trade-in agreement. That's what it's referred to.
Let me see. And then the purchase is what? Does it refer to the credit?
The purchase that she just sent, I don't see anything about the credit and any of the numbers anywhere.
So she got nothing for it?
Apparently not.
Jeez.
And there's no signature on the trade-in agreement. In other words, it looks like 2 different agreements. One, she bought something that looks like it is in effect. I'm not an attorney, but it looks good. And then the other one, the trade-in agreement,
is not signed.
It's the one where they never signed it. They put the
Kathy,
on
you might want to go see an attorney. Not might. I would if I were you, because this agreement, they haven't honored it. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You need to see an attorney. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, these guys, have them at least write a letter saying because here's the deal. You'd be satisfied if they simply would take over the old unit. You already bought the new one. You obligated yourself to the new one according to the paperwork. It looks like you bought it. So now the trade-in agreement, I wouldn't mention the signing or anything. I wouldn't give them an out unless they say it to you. But I would say if you do not execute a transfer of ownership, I'm going to an attorney. And you can tell them you've been in touch with the media. Just tell them all of that. And let us know what happens. What were you going to say, Deputy Dan?
Would Finn Law Group be a good one to go for this?
Well,
they already do.
Finn Law Group is good at getting people out. I'm not sure if he handles stuff like this, but that would be a good one to contact. The Finn Law Group, Kathy, they handled some timeshare stuff. I'm not sure they're going to call and say, take this over, but maybe they will. They know about transfers. Maybe that's a good place to start.
This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
Troubles in town and out of town.
Denver egress 30 spot. He remains closed at Bale there due to a multi-vehicle crash blocking the highway. No estimated time when they'll have the highway.
Chris Matthews was the liberal one that was talking about it. He's like an angry white man. He's always yelling and stuff, and that's why Levin
I don't think he'll
always
been that way. He does get that way.
Oh, he gets that way.
He does get that way at times. Maybe it's because I agree with what he's saying.
I'm sure he's not dead. You like Judge Janine?
You start yelling.
The forecast. Mostly today.
I like her.
I like Judge Janine.
I don't watch a lot of that.
I agree with him too.
Do you, Mark? I don't watch a lot of that.
I used to.
And that's why you don't like a lot of Trump's.
You know, I used to watch all this shit and get worked up. I don't do any of that. Okay, Mike's coming on.
Oh, it's just all the great stuff he's
Mike's on. You know those window wells, we call them, right? Window wells. Well, they're really egress windows, and they're legal. They're required by municipalities to use the square footage behind it. They can put in new ones at Denver egress window. They can also rebuild the old ones. If a builder put in a crappy one and it's falling apart, they can put in one where one never existed. That is DenverEgressWindow.com, 720-626-4221. Check them out, 720-626-4221, DenverEgressWindow.com.
Friday is International Women's Day. International Women's Day. All day long.
Is that YouTubers you're looking here?
This guy makes a lot of money per month.
Who have a very clear vision of what they want.
This guy. Look what he makes per month.
About that time. All day Friday.
Or he's lying about it.
How
much? I think he got 60 grand.
Says he makes 60 grand a month.
I'm sure
people do that. Well, I know, but not people that are buying a fucking $125.
That guy that called in the
month Vegas vacation
guy. That is the traditional understanding that they have, and unfortunately it's wrong. It's been wrong for ever.
I love that you stand your ground and say, well, it depends.
It really is. Yeah, no, unfortunately they're still teaching that in the dental and medical schools. It's an alpha suture fuses.
Well, there are people that crack them and provide them for adults.
I'm sorry about that.
There are people that go into surgery to have them wide.
Right. We do it non-surgically.
She's not. I agree. She's a little.
That's what they're saying is you need to do that.
Other people get back with her and they said they've done the same thing.
Nothing can be further.
Are you ever asked to give lectures?
Okay, listen to me.
We go there. Give lectures.
Take pictures of everything when you first walk in.
Given a few
bits about how bad
somewhere around the country. I've had open invitations to lecture internationally, places like Dubai.
With me or give
I wouldn't mind checking it out real quick.
Are you one of
how much is a room? $39.
Are you one of the pioneers in this area?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it catching on? Do people recognize you?
It is. Well, yeah.
Are there people that are more aggressive than you are in this around the country or world that have done this way more?
Doing this type of thing, I don't know of them.
Well, if you're the foremost authority,
we take it to the.
What are you doing to spread it?
Writing books.
But are you promoting them? Talk shows, TV appearances? Why aren't people talking about this?
Not as much as I maybe probably should or will, but I've got other priorities right now. We're going to be franchising this whole thing here pretty soon.
Well, that's the big deal.
Then you'll see me a lot more.
I mean, is it an actual franchise or licensing?
No, it'll be a franchise. Yeah, because licensing doesn't work anymore.
You're going to control everything.
Monday at 4, which
that's the idea. I'm talking with
you have to have a dentist. There has to be a dentist in charge.
Yeah, I'm actually just doing it with specialists. It's orthodontists. Eligible for a franchise.
They ever use it or just complain about it?
We haven't used it last 3 years. We're complaining about it either.
You know, I could send you something.
My dad had been preaching
that might allow you to understand this a little better. It's a webinar that is on tomorrow night.
The worst one are the ones that...
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And
We have so many people just wondering about this new orthodontics. They can hardly believe it. Because if you think about it, it's unbelievable what he can do. By the way, there's no surgery necessary. And people are saying, how is that possible? I got some email questions, but I want to tell you first about GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Just go to that website. Now, it's not just interiors, but at this time of home contractor fraud all over the place, we get so many contractor problems in the Troubleshooter Help Center. We want to help you, but you can avoid so many problems with good people like GenesisTotalExteriors.com. That's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Here's a number. 303-679-8509 for baths, kitchens, indoor, outdoor, decks, roof, siding, windows, doors, and, of course, everything else. 303-679-8509. Ryan has some kudos. Before we do that, one quick... Oh, I should tell you, we have some lines open at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Mark is still going through that paperwork at the timeshare. Listen, the timeshare industry should be ashamed of itself. You know, it really is the worst thing you can do financially. That's my opinion. And you know what? It's based on years and years and years and years and years and years of these things. It's not an investment. It's not. Now, Dr. Kent Lawson, here's a question. You said the pallets do not fuse. You can still expand them without surgery. You're proving it. So you're proving it. You lecture all over the world on this. Then they want to know, somebody wants to know, this is not someone in the healthcare profession that was challenging that pallet fusing thing. This is a consumer who wants to know, I understand widening a pallet, but how do you align the jaw? What do you mean by that, aligning the jaw?
Well, we align the jaw in cases where the jaw joints are out of alignment.
Is that what TMJ is?
It is. It is.
And that causes pain and misery, doesn't it?
Yes. There's over 60 different symptoms that we track, but it's headaches and facial pain, jaw joint pain, clicking and popping, all those types of things. And we have to get the jaw aligned in a better position so that it's healthy. And we do that first. And then many times we have to widen the upper jaw. We do that as a routine on the type of treatment that we do. Again, we've done this on somewhere probably close to 7,000 patients over the last 35 years that we've been doing this.
So the jaw is aligned, the palate is widened.
Yes.
And then the teeth are straightened. And then, of course, if you need to, you can do the Invisalign braces toward the end or regular braces, but it's a fraction of the time that you would normally need braces.
Well, it does reduce the time, but remember, we have to correct the jaw first and then widen the upper jaw. So that adds on, and typically that'll run 2 to 2.5 years overall.
But that's fast. I mean, that's amazing.
We think it's as fast as it can be done effectively.
Yeah. Okay, now, Ryan, thank you for the kudos. Who is it about?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
So I called last week talking about transmission clinic.
Oh, yeah.
How great of a job they were doing. Well, I didn't even know the half of it until I got in to change my oil pan today.
Yeah.
I tapped out the threads and the gasket was leaking. So they took apart the oil pan, put a new gasket on, put new threads on my oil pan, and sealed up the gas.
Why did they do that?
My exhaust. Because they're awesome guys.
No.
You know, they fixed it all for me, and I already bought a new oil pan to put in, and it's already fixed.
Wow.
They've been on the referral list so long, man. They're great guys down there.
Transmission Clinic of Colorado, and they're in the Springs.
Yes, sir.
Transmission Clinic of Colorado. Ryan, thank you. We love when people let us know good news like that. We're proud of it. Let's talk to Mike, and we have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So, Mike, what's going on, man?
Hey, Tom, my wife and I, about 2 years, October 2016 of October, bought a LGI home out in Elizabeth.
What's an LGI home? Is that just the name of the builder or the brand?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the name of the builder.
Okay.
And so we bought a home. And we had a few problems right off the bat. As the house was being built, we did a walkthrough. And
was this a tract house or custom or a modified?
They're modified.
Like you get to choose some stuff.
Right. Well, you get to choose the model you want, and they'll build it for you.
And do you? Okay. All right. So tell me about it. What overall, is it a good experience or bad overall?
Bad experience.
Uh-oh. Where did it start, the problems?
Well, first it started when we went and did a walkthrough and found out that one of their workers defecated in our basement.
Where in the basement? Like this walkthrough, you're talking about a new, this is when the house is done?
Yeah, it was. The basement wasn't finished.
Oh.
We don't have a finished basement.
Was it on concrete?
Yes.
And they pooped on concrete?
Correct. Down in one of the corners in the basement.
Like, how do you know it was a person?
There's no mistaking that it was.
And how do you know it was a worker?
Because a couple of the guys were there. I mean, and the house is usually locked up every time we'd go through.
Why do you think they did that? Were the bathrooms working?
No, they weren't. It seemed to me like someone probably had to go really bad, and they couldn't. There was no porta potties around.
And this was a walkthrough.
Right.
And okay, and the guy showing you, the guy or gal showing you the home, what did they say?
He was pretty embarrassed. He said he would check into that and get back to us.
What's there to check into?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Crap.
Yeah, exactly. So
okay, I can see where that's a problem, but what about the home now? Okay, that was the first thing that set you alert. Then what?
Right. So then
that was the trigger, by the way.
Right. We did a walkthrough again at the final walkthrough, and the hood fan over the stove is set wrong. It's crooked. It leans.
Yeah.
It's not set straight.
Yeah, that's minor.
A couple of the cabinet doors have fallen off. I've had to fix those myself. We had a whole list of stuff that needed to be
okay. But are we talking? And here's what I need to know: are we talking anything major?
There's an electrical problem with one of the lights up in the ceiling. You don't touch it; it comes on by itself. It goes off by itself.
Do you have any dead relatives? Hey, so how you've been in there since 2016? What prompted you to call? I understand you had a lot of little things going wrong. What prompted you to call?
That they promised that they would fix them, and we keep calling and asking them.
So,
and
if you made a list, of stuff like fan crooked, okay, hold on, cabinet doors, certain things. If you made a list, how many items would be on it? Without nitpicking, how many would be on that are moderate to serious?
Probably about eight items.
Okay. Now, of those 8 items, nothing has been addressed.
Nothing.
Was there at one time more than 8 items?
Yeah, but I mean, there's still more items. They really haven't done anything for us, though. We've asked them to come out.
Okay, no follow-up. How much would it cost to fix those items?
With the cabinets and the hood fan.
Everything.
Probably about $6,000, $7,000.
Whoa. What's the biggest problem of the list?
The cement.
Huh?
The cement driveway.
What's wrong with it?
Popping and cracking. It's chipping and cracking.
Yeah, concrete is very seldom warranted.
Yeah.
Is yours warranted?
Yeah, they said, well, we'll
Not said. What does your warranty say, literally, about the concrete?
You know, to be honest with you, I do not know.
Do you have a warranty in writing?
Yes, we do, and I haven't looked at it.
Okay, you need to look at it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your warranty, and then I want you to take your punch list. You have to do this for me because we have nothing to go on. You need to highlight, listen, you need to highlight on the warranty what is covered, like problem 1, highlight in the warranty where you see that's covered. You have to do it. I can't. I don't have it. And then I need, listen, and then if we have to, we can send an inspector. But here, I have to brace you for this, okay? The most we can get you some action, but I need to know that you have these things covered and that they're in a warranty in writing, and then we can go after the guy. I mean, we should go after him anyway just for grins, meaning that you should have enough honor and pride in your stuff, but unfortunately, they don't. So do you know other LGI owners that are upset?
Yeah, there's quite a few. If you go on the website and you type in LGI reviews, you'll see there's a lot of people that are just.
And where are they headquartered? LGI.
I think they're out of Texas.
Okay. All right. Listen. Hang on. Wait, no, not hang on. Suzanne, give them how to get us that stuff. I want you to get the warranty and the punch list and try to find in the warranty where some of this is covered. And then if we have to, maybe we send a contractor. But hold on before we get a contractor out there and get us that paperwork.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Krista Kafer evenings at 6, KHOW, Denver.
Stunning home. Fizzles out of stock, sharp and lower in afternoon trading as investors await with details to emerge about progress being reported in trade talks and over the funding. And we can
send me that address.
Charitable data. Nothing in December down 0.6%.
No, the new homes are one of those things.
Oh my God,
I'll leave them.
Even with the decline in December,
That's what these
purchase spending for
The Seinfeld movie episode. It's not like a bunch of clips.
Is it badly done? Is that why? They made an episode.
That's kind of it. They don't really, why did they air? Because I don't think they really interact. It's in the fan base. Or did it never, was it not expected? So did you ever see one where Lane meets Steinbrenner? The actual Steinbrenner, the real guy? Yeah, no, real guy.
These are all takeoff clips. I've never seen this.
Yeah.
I want to see it. How do I see it? Send me on YouTube. Send me like, what's it about? What's the episode about?
It's not honestly, it's just a bunch of different.
But what's it just? Here's what I'm asking. What's it just put together?
Yeah, that's all it looks like.
Yeah, by fans. Yeah.
Like different ones that have.
But the clips I've seen, I've never seen.
They're really unaired clips.
Yes.
Where did people get them?
I don't know. But it's funny.
At the clip store. Is it amazing how we're sponsored by Blue Popular shows?
You know what? So you guys have watched, what's the one just with David David? Curb Enthusiasm? Well, not nearly as good as some of this.
Oh, it's really good. I think it's just I don't think it's good yet. I wouldn't say not nearly as good, my God.
The reason I'm saying is you remember different things from Seinfeld.
Oh, I remember Larry David.
No, but it doesn't really come up with like Zootopsy.
No, but he comes up with good stuff.
But it's all about, really, it's all about the socially inept of Larry David. Oh, I really was.
Yeah, but you get to the situations that...
Yes.
Okay, guys, mic's on. If you have a hearing problem, okay, hearing loss of any kind, you can try before you buy at Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. They also have tinnitus treatments that are second to none. Dr. Patty, Dr. Lisa, and Dr. Dagmar, they are really, I call them researchers. They're on the forefront of all the new technologies. They are friendly, great people at Clarkson and Hampton. It's 3601 South Clarkson. It's in that urgent care building on the second story. We will love the way they treat you. We love the personal attention and the try before you buy on everything. 303-534-0163. They're helping me, and they're good people. 303-534-0163 with quality products. Helpforringing.com. I bet these were, this is Colin Tucker. I bet these were on the DVD. The deleted scenes, I bet they got from the DVD. I just edited them together.
I don't remember. I might remember. I went through the DVD.
I love it. You have to see it. He said, are you kidding me? I have to. You can? Suzanne got it 40 years ago. I never watch it, but I watch it on Hulu. Oh, God, I'm lying. Wait, really? Oh, fuck yeah. Check it out. 9 times 4 home repairs. He gives you 30 per year. Wow. So each season,
it's like 3.
Each season is this.
No. The season's got more. I might have 3 or 4. Yeah. There's 9 seasons, right? But the first season's probably only 2-disc for season because they didn't have as many.
They actually sold one that came in a coffee table look.
See, I got the one in the refrigerator. I got the refrigerator one.
Mine was just mine was in a nice leather bag.
It's a bag. It's like shaped like a refrigerator and stuff because it's kind of like Jerry's refrigerator and stuff, and then they gave you refrigerator magnets with it.
He also, of course, has a practice.
It was very expensive when it first came out. I bought it for $250 when it first came out.
So I got 2 more emails for you. Seinfeld and Seinfeld series. The coffee.
I would like that as a coffee table.
Did you hear? I got 2 more emails from you. 2 more emails.
There's the email before.
One's on one's on sleep apnea, one is on kids. It's really easy stuff. I don't like when people, I don't like the recursing, I don't even like sometimes people when they do stuff like that. We have another more. Hi, Tom Martino, you're welcome. And thank you, seriously, for being here. Please tell people about referralist.com and Tom Martino and 303 Martino. You don't understand how much of a passion this is making sure people don't get screwed and ripped off. George has a question for Dr. Ken Lawson at TMJ. Go ahead, George.
Thanks, Tom. I wanted to ask him about an underbite. Is that possible to move the jaw forward?
What is that called? A class what jaw? What is that called when that happens? You see people like a bulldog, right?
Yeah, that's we call it a class 3, but skeletal class 3, which you're referring to.
I was just curious. Is that what you're talking about, like that bulldog look?
Yes.
Yeah. So have you worked with the people with that?
Absolutely. Hundreds.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And you have success?
Absolutely. You see, the biggest problem in almost all orthodontic malocclusions is an underdevelopment of the upper jaw. And that's what you're talking about here. Almost all cases are the upper jaw is underdeveloped, not that the lower jaw is overdeveloped.
Ah.
Now, there are exceptions to this where surgery would be involved if it was a true what we call a mandibular prognathism, where it's very far advanced. But even some that look that way, we can treat without doing that surgery. And you're really looking at developing or enlarging the upper jaw.
Do you have it, George?
Yes, I've had 2 surgeries, and they were both disasters where they put cadaver, some added bone to my upper jaw and screwed it in, and I still have the problem.
You probably didn't need any of that. How old are you?
I'm 55, but this happened in my early 20s, so I ain't been back to a dentist since.
Oh, my gosh.
You should see Dr. Lawson. He's not too old to get this fixed, right?
We'd certainly like to take a look and see if we can help.
On the outside.
There's no charge for that initial visit.
On the outside, how long does it take? On the outside.
Well, again, you're talking about a 2.5 year period, potentially.
George, his number is 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100. Rob, what's going on? Rob?
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Good, man. What's happening?
Not much. So, kind of a similar question to the last guy. So, my daughter has an overbite, and it's relatively severe. And
now, you mean an overbite or an underbite? Is the bottom jaw out or in?
Overbite. So, it's the bottom jaw is in.
Oh, okay. So, it's okay, overbite. Gotcha. And is that what we would commonly call, like, buck teeth?
Yeah, kind of. So it's more that her bottom jaw is just in, and then
yeah. Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
She's 10.
12? I'm sorry.
10.
I'm sorry. Okay, can't hear very well.
So what about it?
Oh, these are ones that should be addressed, and again, a lot of times that is because that upper jaw is underdeveloped. And then the teeth come in either crowded or trap the lower jaw so it can't grow normally.
And what causes that? You say there are things from the infancy like how kids breathe and stuff?
Well, bad habits, certainly swallowing patterns,
tongue placement,
mouth breathing, some things of that nature can affect that. But you have to look at the individual to really determine that.
Rob, there's no charge for that.
And I was wondering, so I've heard your commercials about it being cheaper to have these expanders than braces and stuff like that.
The whole treatment overall is less expensive than conventional orthodontics. Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and his number is, you know, and there's two numbers. I'll just give you the one. It's 690-0100, and that is good for both. But the child's one is 0400. But 690-0100 will get you through for now, and then we'll give the website. Well, the website's kind of confusing. It's all the initials. We're going to have to come up with a good website for him.
Well, actually, the website for the Neo is just...
Oh, it is. It's neo-smiles.com.
Well, that's another one, but an easier one to remember is newearlyorthodontics.com.
Yeah. Newearlyorthodontics.com, for those who like to spell. Newearlyorthodontics.com. Steve, what's going on with you, Steve? Welcome.
Hi, Tom. This is Steve. I advertise actually on your show with clients and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
We go back a ways.
Yes, sir.
And like the tree farm.
Yes.
You know, we can all sing the jingle. Anyway, I wanted to thank you. A few months ago, you gave me an email back referring me to a plumber, and it was Lighten Up Services.
Yes.
And they're on your referral list.
Yes.
And I've been looking. I'm putting a little microbrewery in my barn. You know, a licensed brewery. I already have my license.
Cool.
And I've been looking for literally a couple of years. You know, people either price themselves out of the job or they're afraid of it. And Ruben and Andy came out, and you know, Ruben made a bunch of calls to the county. There's some issues, you know, because it's an old place.
And they took care of it.
They didn't do it yet, but I'm going to use them.
Oh, that's cool.
They went out of their way where nobody else did, and they you know, they have a fair price.
You know what? Some places, they just have a service business, and they want just regular service, and it doesn't pay them to go out of their way. Then other guys just have, you know, they'll pick up anything, and it really depends on the model they have. Lighten Up Services. Yes, Mark?
They're way up north, too, man.
Yeah.
They get a lot of biz from us.
Yeah, and they do a good job. 303-713-8255.
This report is sponsored by...
They're back on, Mark?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they don't do any of that.
Try to make it fair. Whatever it is. Two-car crash, eastbound 270 at Nebraska. Just blocking the right lane. Look out for record left on sidewalk 76 approaching Wadsworth, blocking the left lane. Watch out for solid back to water Pacific. The other more gas for easy lows. 20 seconds, Cracker Jack, 30 spots. Sloppy overnight, below around 5. Right now, 4. With emails and calls, we have some interest. Good. Yeah, it's good. Email. That's the most good. Okay. Mike's going on. Do you have concrete cracking like the slab in your garage or your basement or the apron, or do you have heaving or sinking? Cracker Jack Mud Jacking can take care of all of that. With their expertise, more than 60,000 jobs completed, they are the concrete experts to fix your concrete by jacking underneath it with a slurry of concrete and soil, and it's called a slurry, it's called a mud. Just think of crackerjackmudjacking.com to repair all of them. They have pumps that can get into tight places. crackerjackmudjacking.com. 303-410-7787. I would call no one else with a solid reputation spanning more than 20 years. 303-410-7787. crackerjackmudjacking.com.
intersections, on airplanes, restaurants.
I remember smoking on airplanes.
Oh, yeah. God. Well,
Remember each one had an ashtray.
I had someone vaping.
Dope. That's okay. Did you say it was dope?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was so out, and everyone smelled it, and the goddamn host, stewardess or plant, whatever the hell you call it, just made believe it wasn't there. How dare you call it? And they say straight out, no vaping. Well, those little pills just blow up, can't they? Huh? Don't those things blow up? There have been some that blow up. Not good, but they're not supposed to work. It's not like the Samsung phone. But man, I'll tell you, you get make the switch. I'd rather do the vaping with pot than cigarettes back in the old days. God, I hated that. That was terrible.
The smell of stale smoke in a car is one of the grossest smells ever.
I swear every time I go to the no smoking, I would do beer. Smoker's right behind me.
Doc, can you always tell when someone's a smoker, their teeth just all yellow as hell?
You tell them not to smoke.
I never had that. They don't want to smoke. So I saw a guy one time, when Miles was born, there was a dude down there smoking a cigarette out of his fucking throat. I know. That shows you how addictive it is. Another good business, Mom.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's talk. Kate, welcome. What's going on, Kate?
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How can we help you, Kate?
So I was involved in an accident on Thanksgiving on November 22nd in which I was driving to my family Thanksgiving and I was rear-ended at a stop sign.
Okay. Seems pretty cut and dry to me. You should get paid by their insurance.
Yes. So I don't know if you want every single detail.
Well, okay. Tell me what the problem is.
So the problem is in the car accident, not only was my bumper affected by the car accident, but the police were called, and when I left the scene after the police allowed me to leave to drive to my brother's, which was only 3 blocks away,
yeah,
I noticed that my car was sputtering. It was not driving in the same condition it was before.
Okay, I will tell you this, Kate. I will tell you this. Unless it's a front-end collision, I'll just tell you this from experience. Trying to get mechanical problems in a car fixed based on an accident, especially a rear-end collision, I mean, I don't have any clue how you make that connection. So tell me, what is wrong with your engine?
So come to find out after we get it to the mechanical shop that the clutch is failing or failed. The clutch has failed. So,
well, how would you ever connect that to a rear-end collision?
So when and this is in agreement with the mechanical shop as well, but when I was rear-ended, I had my foot on the clutch. My car's obviously a
stick shift.
Yeah. So
and when your foot was on the clutch, what happened?
So my foot was on the clutch. I had my car in first gear, and when he rear-ended me, he hit me so hard. I thought my entire back end was crunched, but anywho, he hit me so hard.
Yeah.
My foot came off the clutch.
Yeah.
And my car died.
So you rapidly engaged your clutch and it stalled.
Correct. Okay,
we need to get a transmission expert, and we can't do it today. But hold on one sec. I got a couple questions. How many miles on this?
145.
Yeah, you're not going to get a clutch. You're just not going to. Because the clutch,
even if there was 50,
now
I
listen,
can't imagine.
No, but let me just say something. Even if they were 100% to blame for the clutch failure, the clutch was at its life end, so you wouldn't get anything anyway, even if you proved it. But to prove the connection, I don't know. I want to talk to a transmission expert anyway, because you know why? She can say, I'm going to go after the guy in small claims court. Because you understand, by the way, even though their insurance company denies you coverage, that doesn't mean that you don't get coverage. It means that they're refusing to pay. You can go after the owner of that car who caused the damage. You're not obligated to go after their insurance company. Okay, I'm just talking about the chain. But the claim itself.
All they would have to do is look at the friction material. That's it. They can tell if it was worn out. I mean, it would be
do you
so
understand
simple.
now? Okay, that's a great point. The material, if it was broken or failed, That would be the thing. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be worn at all. Well, it would be worn some, but did the plate break? Did the shoe break?
And we don't know that yet.
Well, he didn't open it up?
We haven't opened it up.
It's been open.
No.
Wait, it's been since November.
Correct.
Budget A1 would open that up.
You know what? Listen, Kate, this is great news. Budget A1 transmission on a referral list would do it free. They will open it up and look at your transmission free of charge for an estimate. Really. Even if you decide not to get it fixed, but you have to have an inclination you'll get it fixed, but it would definitely give you ammunition because those guys are experts. But at the same time, I need to tell you this, Kate. If it turns out that it's worn,
right,
they're not going to lie about it. Now, it could have been worn so thin that the collision broke it, which means they might be partially responsible for a small part of it. But without opening it up, no one would know. I just leave that open to you. You can do what you want. Suzanne, were you going to say anything? I know you were perched.
No.
Okay. Russ, what's going on, Russ? You called last week, right?
No, you had a gentleman that called last week, and he reported his car stolen.
Yeah.
It's a Toyota.
I think I know where it's at.
Really? You heard it, and did he give that much of a description last week?
Yeah, he gave a pretty good one.
Yeah, he did.
Mid-sized Toyota. What color was it?
That's right.
Yeah, red.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, why
do you happen to have one for sale?
Here's what I want to know. Why was the guy calling? He was pissed off, wasn't he?
Well, he couldn't find it, or he didn't think anybody was going to look for it, or he just wanted it back.
You know what? We should talk to you off the air and maybe do a sting.
Yeah, why do you think you found it for real?
Well, in my neighborhood, it's sitting on a corner that is right down the road from where...
Give us a tag number.
Is someone using it?
I don't have it.
Is someone using it?
No, it's sitting in the street.
Wow. We should call this guy. This would be great. Get his information. This is so cool. If we can make this connection, how cool is that?
Yeah, where is it?
Yeah, what part of town?
It's right down the street from where he was gone. It's Littleton.
Okay, hold on. Suzanne, would you get him? And do we have the guy's name from last? Oh, we don't? Oh, no.
Dan might have it.
Okay, hold on. We'll figure it out. If you called last week about your car being stolen, you know what? It doesn't matter. We can go have that car checked out by the sheriff or by the police, and they can get the name by the VIN number. If you get the VIN number or the license plate, would you give it to us?
Sure.
Okay. Suzanne, let's make this arrangement. We'll have it run. What a great idea.
Maybe there's a reward.
Yeah. Nah, we wouldn't take it. How? Dr. Kent Lawson, we have another question for you by email. How late is too late for my child? You said new early orthodontics. What if I haven't had orthodontics done yet? How old? I waited because I was going to do conventional orthodontics. So how old do they usually go into regular orthodontics? At 12?
Well,
8, 9, 10? What's the normal age?
Regular orthodontics, 11 or 12, something like that. But we can see them at any age. We even see adults at that
That's
office.
true.
Because we do see adult parents of many of our children.
That's true. You do. But when do you not do the new early orthodontics with the pliable mouthpieces at night?
Well, once all the permanent teeth come in, it's harder to do. And we'd have to look, see if it's a major problem, or if it's a minor one, maybe we can still do this nighttime appliance.
But no matter what, there might be a combination that you can do for even older children.
That's right.
Because, of course, you do it for for adults, I mean. So, Dr. Kent Lawson, with Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, treats, of course, crooked teeth, right? But he hates talking about treating crooked teeth because he says it's always about the palate, the jaw alignment, and the entire system, the breathing. So he treats the whole thing. And TMJ goes away, sleep apneas go away. It's for children and adults. And the children, if you get them in early enough, it's remarkable. I am living testimony with my children. Now, the number to call is 303-690-0100, 303-690-0100, newearlyorthodontics.com. And we're out of time. Doctor, thanks for being here. It was great.
Thanks.
All right, remember, folks, Monday through Friday, you'll hear us here, plus YouTube, Facebook, and referral list Troubleshooter.com.
Guess what I'm advertising too this whole month. You're gonna love it. You know where all our spots are gonna play? MSNBC.
All right.
Yep. We're hitting the lift, baby.
So I think I know what it is. I think this power supply is leaking a bit. I'm going to get an extension cord.
What do you mean leaking?
I think because Daphne said it was ring cars.
Does it all turn down to that crooked Velcro? Oh no, you can use it. Hey, I won't be using my box anymore.
Anytime this is close to like here, or and then when I have it,
It's interfering with the transmission.
I'll say the sound.
He means leaking.
What happened to my toolbox? The toolbox I built with all the.
Oh, we outgrew it.
He made fun of mine.
No, we outgrew it.
Yeah.
That literally that doesn't fit in there.
Here it is.
We've upgraded.
We've upgraded.